Yeah! Yeah!
You've waited all week for your dose of ... stupid.
Quiet down, dummies. I'm talking.
It's hashtag WrestlePals.
Shut up, dummies.
Whoa! There's a hell of a lot of action going on behind us. Oh, you know what? I haven't looked at you since you've gotten here. That was a good choice. I'm going to go back to... Hey, everybody, it's hashtag WrestlePals. Hi! Welcome to this week's fiasco. Hello, it's a show. That's good. That's good. That's good. I like that. Hey, would you look over there? It's hashtag WrestlePal Justin. He waved. Oh, hold on. And he is a real man of Zion. A real man of Zion. Still not a sponsor. Never gonna be either.
This may be my last shot at Zion's.
Why would you pick like a West Coast company to go after?
I don't know.
You know, we have like weird local energy drinks.
It's delicious.
But they're like energy supplement things that you got to put in like a bottle of stuff.
There's like, these were the last two in the store.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I bought some on closeout. That's not a good sign. Maybe they're like, you know what? We've got a lot of weird feedback from that East Coast, that Mid-Atlantic area. Maybe we should cut them out, you know? We're done with that.
That whole Bang energy drink is moving in.
Oh, what is that? Is that any okay?
I haven't tried it, but there's lots and lots of flavors.
How would we just pick like? Let's just go. You know what? This is out of school talk here. Why don't we just go after Old English? Just get a straight up malt liquor.
Because I don't drink.
I don't either. So it would be safe with us. I feel we'd be good.
Just hold it.
We'd be sober. That's really good for brand representation. I'm not saying crack one open and drink it.
Crack her open!
He's a real man of Old English. No.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
I used to be.
I know. I'm sorry. All right.
Sipping on a cold-ass 40 of OE.
Think a coffee company would sponsor us?
Maybe. Wouldn't be a bad.
We're gonna have to find a low-end coffee company.
Rogue Elephant.
Rogue Elephant?
Based out of Hampton.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They sell it at Glazed.
I don't know if you want to...
Glazed Donuts in Hampton.
After that fiasco, they'll never sponsor anything I'm a part of. I'm sorry, Glazed Donuts. The incident... I'm not really supposed to talk about it, but, you know... But luckily, I go by hashtag WrestlePalNate, so they can't find me here to serve me with the paperwork.
Hey, we chased Dakota off.
Yeah, well, she doesn't like paperwork. I don't really blame her either.
All right, so just a couple things. Like right before we went on air, Rich Embry said BS, Kofi should be in. We'll get to that. Kevin looks a lot thinner. Yes, he does. Kane Kenny says, hey, pals, when we get in the Battle of the Beards.
Oh, my God.
Your beard does look pretty aggressive.
It has gotten ridiculous. Well, I combed it out because I wanted to do weird Civil War hair for the pre-show Instagram thing. When you went with the, I'm gonna assume somewhere between 90s Jericho and 2010 Bailey lies hashtag WrestlePal Justin. Oh, there he is. Hold on. Let me just sniffle in the mic.
It just needs more hair. I did it right before we went on air.
I know.
So,
I know. It's all right.
Do what you can. It's better than the ponytail.
I can't do anything with it.
ponytail.
Just let it go natural, dude. Ain't no thing.
Ellie says she can't wait for her shirts to get in the mail. She ordered a Sonya Deville and a Finn Balor shirt today.
Both of them on the same shirt? That seems a little busy.
It is.
Square up, put your abs up.
Square up, abs.
It's like I got nothing. I can't put my hair up and I can't break out abs. There's nothing I can do with it. Fan of both of them. Can't have any. I have nothing to do with either of them. I'm very sorry.
Chris Rowley says, Monster. You know, Monster Energy drink wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. It's usually 2 for $4. So it's usually affordable as far as sugarless energy drinks go.
Oh, also sugar-full energy drinks.
Yeah.
The new Swiss Miss Java Monster. Swiss chocolate.
Swiss Miss?
It's not Swiss Miss.
Oh.
You know what? Let's go wholesome. Let's see if we can get sponsored by a bread company. Hey, this week's show brought to you by Dinner Rolls. I'm excited for this. This is a product I can get behind.
Wonder Bread.
I'm fully invested. I wonder if they'll sponsor us. Ain't nobody sponsors.
How you doing, Colcero? Pro Wrestling Database has joined us. Hello. We could get Dollar Shave Club. Because we don't shave.
See the
We
beard.
can shave.
Occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a little thick right now. Just in the back. You'll never see it at home. It's fine. No, I don't think Dollar Shave Club's going to want anything to do with this either. Is this how it ends, though? Like, beards and like behind the scenes is a secret, so don't tell people. We have a fake wager, Lucha de Apuesta. One of us shaves his beard off. This is how this happens.
Yeah, but I don't want to lose my beard.
I don't either.
So,
Okay, eventually, when one of us gets sick of it,
yeah.
don't just show up clean shaven. Let's try to do something
Grapple
with
lads.
this. Grapple lads. We're not allowed to grapple lads. We were told cease and desist. Both of them. The two big uns. I tried to desist first, and they said, "No, man, you gotta."
You got to cease first,
Yeah.
then you can desist. Proceed with the ceasing.
Yes.
Hold on.
Oh God.
Hold on. Look, this is really important.
I'm holding. What am I holding? Why
Nathan.
am I holding? What?
That's some hashtag commitment right there, Jack.
Oh, Justin.
Oh my God.
Justin, I'm sorry.
For what? Adorable. Look at her.
Did you change pictures? Who is that? Oh, I thought you changed pictures. I'm sorry.
Hashtag commitment.
Should we just address that right out of the gate, Justin?
Address what?
Is there
Why would you ask that?
Okay, so no. Okay. That's fine. I'll move on. Perfectly fine. Hey man. Hey. If you ever need to talk.
Yeah. I tried to talk to you about this show all week.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's see. Thing. Kane Kenny asks, am I the only one seeing they're doing the same angle with KO and Kofi and Brian as Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda? Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Or are they doing the same angle with Kofi as they did with Brian? Things are circular. Circular? Things are motorcycle. Doesn't make sense. Oh, Justin.
And then John asks, do you think there was a better option than Flair for Ronda? No. Especially since Becky is still part of it. There is no better options.
Well, I mean, they've built a triangle about as best as they could, which was we have the corporate stoogey heel bad person, we have the righteous badass good person, and then we have the legitimate fighter. Like if there's a third party, this ain't just third party American politics stuff here. This is a legitimate third point to the triangle. And it was the same kind of thing when it was Asuka as the third.
Yep.
She was the legitimate fighter in that.
That's right.
And it made for a workable triangle. So as much as I would have liked a one-on-one match, I'm okay with what's kind of happening. That being said, I'm still not certain they're not gonna, I don't know, weirdly cripple Charlotte Flair. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's still Fastlane in between, so there's the possibility that they go, okay, this is enough. We need to have
Here's a match between you and
Becky
you,
and Charlotte. And
winner take all.
Gets Ronda.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I mean, likeliness is it's triple threat.
Yeah, because
That doesn't bother me.
you want to get people in there.
Yeah.
And why would you?
What's up, Adam?
Why would you kind of not? I mean, I get that we were all kind of against it a little bit when it was first being hinted at. Like, oh man, how are they going to get to that? No, well, they've got to it fairly well.
Yeah.
They've given a foil to Becky without delegitimizing Ronda, and it's worked fairly well because Charlotte has done a fantastic. I feel like Tuesday was one of Charlotte's finest promos
Oh my
she's
God.
done.
Yeah.
It went on maybe a tad bit at the end, but nah, man, she filled up that time. She owned that space. Everything about it was calm and collected. She knew exactly where she was going with it, and it made you care about her presence in this match.
Mm-hmm.
And
She's so smarmy and gross, and it's like, but she's regal and
gave,
royal.
She gave a little wink at the camera right at the end, and it was like, wink. It was the most powerful wink I've ever seen. It was fantastic.
She's really, I mean, she's always been a better bad guy than good guy, but she's really come into her own.
Oh,
here.
this may be the best worst ever. Oh my goodness.
So I didn't want to dwell on that too long because I'm sure at some point today we'll get back to it. Here's some big news, Nathan.
Hey, I can see those comments, by the way.
Yeah?
Just saying. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I already said that on the air.
Yeah, I
If you
know.
ever need to talk, don't go to Nate.
I know, but what's up? How are you doing?
Good. I could be doing better.
Oh, I wasn't really asking, but okay. What's up?
Oh,
You all right?
yeah.
I don't care. I do kind of care. What is up with my nose? Jesus.
I don't know. I watched Impact this week, Nathan.
Oh, Justin. Hold on.
On Twitch.
That was my visceral reaction right there. I'll say it again, and I'm gonna have that same reaction. Let's analyze that for a little bit. Say again what you did.
I watched Impact last week, Nathan.
Oh man, jeez. Hold
Yep.
on. What happened right there? What did I had a nasty reaction to. Okay, hold on. Say instead of Impact, I want you to say TNA. Okay, say
Okay.
the same thing, but say TNA.
I watched TNA
Oh,
last
for
week.
Christ! Why?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I haven't watched Impact in a long time. I haven't
Neither
heard a
have
lot.
I.
Haven't heard a lot from Impact in a long time. In fact, I'm very on the outside. All I know is that everybody's all up about Scarlett Bordeaux, and that's the big deal. She's weirdly kind of transcending their presence and becoming a little more more ubiquitous than the brand itself, which is fine.
She wasn't on the show this week.
Hey, that's okay
Yeah.
if they can still have a good show. So hold on.
Eh.
I'm tempering my bitterness towards it. I want you to tell me what show you watched again one more time, if you don't mind.
I watched Impact Wrestling last week.
Whoa. Better reaction. Hold on. I think I might have worked through it. If you can give me one more time, please.
I watched Impact Wrestling last week.
It's weird.
It is. Even on Twitch, it's weird.
I'm interested. Justin, did you enjoy watching Impact Wrestling?
I didn't not enjoy it,
Okay.
which is a step.
That is a major
big
dude,
step.
That is a bigger step than I think you're. It's not, you can't oversell how important it is to not hate, to not viscerally react. Because you saw that was my reaction to it. TNA, I'm like, garbage. Impact, It took me that long to warm up to it. It took what 6-7 presentations before I could come
20.
around on. It's roughly. I'm sorry, I overdid it. I could have taken one or two of those out. Sorry, but. You have my attention. The fact that you were able to make it through an episode. Did you watch an entire
It was
episode?
an entire episode, 2 hours.
2 hours.
Uh-huh.
2
On
hours.
Twitch.
A good length of time. Commercial breaks in there.
So since it was on Twitch, instead of the commercial breaks, they
Mm-hmm.
did this weird thing where it was Dawn Callis and I think her name was Melissa,
Okay.
and they were on video chat with each other talking about the stuff that just happened.
You know what? I kind of like a little bit of a break in wrestling.
It was
I've been watching like Raw and SmackDown, like a half-hour delay and editing out some commercials, but I still like those commercial breaks a little bit.
the idea is solid,
That's 2 solid hours though.
but it's the execution not great, and it's not even the people.
Is it just that it's a new thing?
I think it was her first time hosting like that. Usually I think it's Josh Matthews. And so she didn't know how to so the sound was just weird and getting all sorts of weird feedback and stuff. And I was like, oh God, get this over with. Please just get back to the show.
You'd think that would be a little more, I don't know, put a little bit of, you've had some production crew, right?
Well, I mean,
We're not feeding back right now, are we?
the thing is, I think she was just sitting at her laptop and they said, hey, do this. She's like, oh, okay.
Okay, you know what?
I'm guessing, which made me think, hey,
Do you
Impact. I'm just saying.
Do you feel that added a little bit of authenticity to it? A little bit more Twitch color? Because would you say you're a Twitch viewer?
Not really.
Okay.
I think
It brought you into the medium, though,
well
to come and watch Impact.
day. I mean, well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Are they being more authentic to Twitch, or are they purposefully trying to be more authentic to Twitch? Hey, we're just streamers here with fighting. Hey,
There we go. Yeah, Melissa Santos. Yeah, because Cage and the baby were right there. They were eating Oreos.
on stream.
Yeah.
I mean, I can eat Oreos on stream. I want. No, I'm not gonna yell that because I'm gonna be told no, and then I'll be sad. No, know what to ask for.
On paper, I love the idea of the in between. I hate that it's company people. That's why I said, hey.
You wanna reach outside.
I hate that it's company
No, you
people
said it was,
talking about the company.
Don Callis, Melissa Santos. Are they also doing commentary as well?
Callis was doing commentary during the show, yes.
Okay.
'Cause he's at the commentary.
Now, could you tell this was this two separate instances of him?
Yes, absolutely.
Like this was pre-recorded, and then they just show up in the middle
he
of
was
the thing?
on his phone, like driving places. Yeah. I'm just saying, we have a webcam. There's two of us. We could talk about what we just saw on Impact, and we would probably do it pretty well. I'm saying I enjoyed the product enough to offer my services Impact. Probably pretty cheap, too.
Also, Wonder Bread, if you're watching.
Wonder Bread, if you're watching.
I would do a 2-hour stream on Wonder Bread.
I wonder what it would take to get Wonder Bread in here.
It's like $1. We just got to go to the store. It's not hard, man. They've got good brand recognition. You're right. They don't need us. I don't know, man. When's the last time I ever bought bread?
I don't know.
I'm not allowed to buy bread.
So Impact
I don't buy bread.
starts off. I almost turned it off immediately because guess who?
Who could show up on Impact? It's Steiner.
No, I would definitely stay for Steiner.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he's at that point where it's like, yeah, I want to see his crazy.
What's going on, dude?
Who could it possibly be?
Oh, okay.
Seriously.
A serious answer. I don't know what he's going by now, but I'm guessing his first name's Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, Johnny Impact.
Is it just him that you don't like?
No, I like him just fine.
How do you like him but not like him so much?
If he wasn't the Impact World Champion, it wouldn't bother me.
They had to do a promo? What did he do?
He
Match?
did a promo. He came out because I guess they just had their big. I don't want to call it a pay-per-view because it wasn't a pay-per-view.
It was like to-do.
Yeah, they're big to-do,
I would watch the hell out of a to-do.
which is what they do like once a month on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
They
do a live show?
It's a Impact episode, only it's a pay-per-view thing. It's an event. Instead of Impact Wrestling, it's Homecoming. They call it something different.
Because it's out of high school.
Oh, that is kind of depressing. I mean, like, honestly, it was smart for them to go to the smaller venues instead of being in empty-ass big venues.
If they embrace the weird indie vibe, we've got, like, indies are like, not far from us here that I would watch because I dig an indie vibe. It's really, really cool. And if you have dudes that are really good at it, I can dig it, man. Oh, my goodness.
So Johnny Impact comes out and it's like, hey, Nathan.
I would watch. I'm interested now.
Nathan.
Huh?
Norm McDonald here, you know.
You're Johnny Impact.
Oh, that's right, you know. Sorry. Johnny Impact here, you know. Norm McDonald, you know. One thing you could describe me as, you know, as the, Impact World Champion, you know.
What's that?
Use one word, you know. I'd say I'm pretty impactful, you know. I got some moves there, you know. Starship Destroyer, you know. From California, I guess, you know.
Probably.
Yeah. Could go by Johnny Muno, you know.
That'd be great.
Morrison, you know. Any of those names. Johnny.
That's also a name.
Just Johnny Global. You know.
How about just Johnny?
Impact.
Is he just gonna do that anywhere he goes?
Yes. Until he goes back to the E. And then he's John Morrison again.
What if he goes by Johnny E when he comes back? Johnny Entertainment.
Nah, man.
No?
No thanks.
No one want to see Johnny New Japan?
I really don't
I do kind of want to watch Johnny DDT. He'll be in slow-mo the whole match. It'll be great.
Yeah. The problem here isn't even him.
Johnny 0-1.
It's just he's the latest WWE guy that they were like, yeah, let's make him champ. And it's just like, nah, man. Like they actually have some homegrown-ish talent, indie talent on the show that it's like, let that guy be your guy. Like Brian Cage.
Mhm.
I mean, he's nothing amazing, but that should be your guy. Like, he looks the part. He's a force to be reckoned with when he's on screen. That should be your guy.
You can
he's
build
a baby face.
You can build those guys against the ex-WWE guys.
Yeah.
Johnny, what's his nuts, has been gone for a good long time.
A poor guy. Like, there's nothing wrong with Johnny Impact. Just that, first of all, he came in and called himself Johnny Impact, and then a short while later, he's their world champion. And again, like, it's clearly not him, because when he was the Lucha champion as Johnny Mundo, I loved it.
Yeah.
It's just Impact pushing the WWE guy right to the front, which just doesn't seem to be just doesn't seem to be the new way, but here they are.
Does it make you feel better with those AEW talks? I mean, granted, we haven't seen anything at all yet, but their idea of, hey, that isn't a guarantee. We want to build talent as well. Is that what you would hope for? Is that what you want out of an Impact? Is
I would think
more
that,
of the internal building?
I would think that at this point, like, as hard as they've worked to change what they look like, that would be exactly what they do.
That should be like the first thing you change, right?
Yeah. And they
Are they trying to get over on Star Power? Because I got to tell you, that's not the Star Power I'm going to tune in for.
No.
I'd rather tune in for a plucky wrestling company that's like, nah, man, we ain't going away. We're starting from scratch and we're doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be more into that than, hey, remember this guy? Yeah, I do. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I mean, that was your first segment.
Yeah. Well,
that was
it's him, and then he gets interrupted by Moose,
Mhm.
which already I'm like, and it's heel Moose, so it's like,
Okay.
but then the segment
It
is
still feels a little. It feels slightly authentic. Moose is.
I don't mind Moose as much.
Yeah.
I don't like him, but I don't mind him as much because he's their guy.
He doesn't go away.
Yeah, he's their guy.
I don't
He's
care
an
for
Impact
is
guy.
better than I'm done.
Yeah, I almost
Okay.
turned it off when Johnny Impact came out.
Okay, so you got like a -1 and a 0 here. So it's not off to a stellar start for you.
Almost
Is it saved?
Yes, because Killer Cross comes out, and I love this guy. I want to see more of him to decide whether I should, because technically he's a bad guy, so I shouldn't like him.
Mm-hmm.
I'd
Yeah,
like to
but
see.
There's plenty of dudes that you like that you've booed.
Yeah,
It's fun.
yeah. I think there's money in him too. How do you get there? I don't know, because they're both going, I should get a one-on-one shot, and Johnny Impact goes, hey, why don't you guys fight for it? Cool. So he's trying to make a match between the two of them.
Okay.
And then Impact goes over to the commentary desk.
Now, do you think that's a segment that could have just been blown off to get right to a match?
Probably.
Like they could have that been the setup. It was like, nah, these two are doing a thing.
These two are going to wrestle now
Are
for
you-
the number one. Well, the whole story is that
Can you go back and rely on like a ring announcer to just explain that to you? Because that seems to be a thing in indies that you don't get as much in any sort of thing. Is ring announcer kind of explaining to you what's happening. This is a number one contenders match for blah 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 blah.
I can't believe I ever thought Josh Matthews was good either.
Oh,
Well, he's good, but he's not like. Unfortunately, I've been watching a lot of MLW, and Stryker has been over there, and Stryker's just tremendous. I love the nerdiness of Stryker,
dude,
like the knowledge he
a
just,
wealth of knowledge is more impressive to me.
and Josh Matthews has a very WWE presentation, which doesn't really work anywhere else.
Is he still turning on the smarm?
A little, not as much. He's not a bad guy anymore.
Okay, if he's wholesome Josh Matthews, I can buy into him. I can be okay with it. But I don't like him as a lead dude. Not as an anchor on the desk, yo.
Yeah, Cage versus Cross is what I see too, Embry.
Mm-hmm.
But so, Johnny, the story here is that Moose and Cross are supposed to be like best friends. So
Okay.
I left that part out. But ultimately, yeah, like They could have this could have started with a match with Johnny Impact over at the announce desk, and they're going, "Hey, this is a number one contenders match," and then they could do the same thing that they end up doing, which is like a low blow or something. I don't even remember the match. Sorry.
I hate to say that. I think that's a thing that TV does too much, is explain too much to you.
Yeah.
They're very simple concepts. And you see things like, specifically, I mean, you had it in the background there, 205 Live is one of the best at, like, no, it's match time. And
Drake Maverick every week goes, "Hey, this is what's happening this week. We're going to have these matches, and this is why. Here we go."
Yeah. And you know
Simple.
what? I appreciate that so much. It gives more time for match, and I get to care about the match. With that long setup, I immediately don't care about the match, and you have to work to get me invested into it. So at this point, I would be very out on the match, and then it happens.
And they see an
Okay.
brawl around the ringside area. Cross gets an Impact's face at the commentary. Impact douses Cross, pours hot coffee on him, blah, blah, blah. Moves across.
no.
La, 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 la. So it ends in a no contest. Impact falls victim to numbers game until Brian Cage comes and makes the save, which that part's important for later on, which I do like what they end up doing later on.
If you tell me a full story in the course of an episode, I'm okay with this.
They next cut to the Keeping It 100 podcast
All right.
because Don Callis was a guest and he offers Glenn Gilberti a job on the pod.
Okay.
We can book Taker on the. Hey, book Taker for $25,000. Hey, I'm just saying.
Wonder Bread.
Wonder Bread. Patreon.com/OI Justin. We make that Undertaker money on the Patreon. I swear to God, I will get Undertaker on the show. Backstage, yes. Oh, I guess I didn't even realize it was this close because they had those weird segments in between. Backstage, immediately, for whatever, they're both shirtless.
Happens.
Backstage, just sitting on a couch.
That's us after the show. What's up?
Just
Looks just like us.
so Brian Cage is sitting there shirtless.
My lumps are in. Jesus.
And
Jesus,
then
dude.
Johnny Impact comes in all shirtless. It's like, why? I mean,
Well, didn't he just have a shirt on in the previous segment?
yes.
He's taking it off.
Yeah, he's taking it off,
Is it because of the coffee?
I guess. So Johnny Impact comes back with a contract, and he goes, "Hey, man, so like, I want to give you this number one contenders. I want us to have a one-on-one match, but as long as these two are around, it ain't happening. How about me and you team up and we get rid of them?" And Cage is like, "Nah, man, I've done this. Like, come on, man, just give me the match." And he goes, "Look, I figured you'd say that. Here's a contract that says you tag with me, we get rid of these guys, you get your title shot."
Get rid of these guys. Is
Yeah.
that going to get rid of those guys? All right. Yeah, it's simple. Hey, it's simple, and I'm okay with simple. Keep it relatively mild. I'm okay with it. Oh boy. So does that lead into they're going to have a match later on? Is it leading to a tag match?
Not tonight, but it will happen.
Okay, so you're telling.
Unless it's at United We Stand, Thursday, April 4th on Fight.
So are we getting any sort of resolution to a story at the end of this show?
No.
Really? They're
Yeah.
leading week to week?
Yeah.
They're doing episodic without doing a good episode?
Yeah.
All right, carry on.
Apparently the Reno Scum returns. I don't know how I missed that. Impact Wrestling next week. The Rascals, I don't know if you've seen their thing, but they do like that 70s show. That's how they do their backstage promos, where it's like it cuts to one of them. They're like, blah, 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 blah. We're smoking weed. Ha, 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 blah, 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 blah. And I mean, it is what it is. It's nothing great, but it is what it is.
Is that their... Okay.
And then
Just open, or suggested, or is it open drug use?
suggested.
I feel like...
Thanks,
Hey.
Rich.
I feel like that's gone too far.
Yeah, well, hold on to that. Because then your boy here, Gamma, comes out with his hookah and goes, "This is how we get ready." And then you see these guys he was too much. He smoked them out. So then the
Is that supposed to be fun or appeal to somebody?
I guess.
Like in a does that? I don't see. Maybe that's me. Maybe I'm bringing my personal biases, and I don't know how that appeals to anybody. Is that funny?
I didn't find it funny, but I also hated that 70s show. So it was the second I saw that, I was like, ugh, like
Okay.
immediately. Although they do the thing from Hook when they come out. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Bangarang.
Hey, it's a thing I've seen before.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a thing I know.
It appears that that's their thing.
Okay.
They're member berries in human form. Desi Hit Squad takes on the Rascals next, and they're all like this for the match.
Okay.
So-
Hey, okay.
So there's a little bit of story here.
I guess, but all right. Okay. Okay. Hey, if it leads to some weird shenanigans in the match, I'm okay. If it gives an unfair advantage to some bad dudes, I guess.
It did.
So are the Rascals the good guys,
The Rascals are the good guys.
but open drug use is cool.
yeah.
All right. Hey, man, if that's the tone of your audience and who you want to attract, by all means, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
That immediately turns me off, man. I'm sorry.
I didn't mind it so much. I mean, it's not great. Up next, I was kind of into this. So there's been a story between Callahan and Rich Swann where on TV, Callahan's like, yo, like, where was your family when you were in Baltimore, bro? Like, I took care of you. I'd let you move into my house. And Rich Swann actually confirmed it on one of the weeks. And then Rich gets laid out. He's in the hospital here.
I believe you mean a medical facility.
Yes.
Oh, no, did they just say, screw it's hospital?
I don't remember.
Who's going to
Oh,
sue
yeah,
us?
see? Yeah.
Hospitals?
This hospital. So
Bring it on, big hospital.
He's in the hospital. And Callahan comes in and he's like, yo, man, so what's the deal? Are we family or what? And they have a talk between each other, and Callahan gets pretty intense. Then a lady comes in and goes, one word to describe people who should be in this room right now. You know, it's Norm Macdonald here. You know, there's only certain people who should be in this room. You know, and this would probably be, you know, people related to, you know, when you're in the hospital. You know, family. And of course, Rich Swann's response is, "Hey, he is family." To which Sammy reaches down, grabs an OVE shirt, and goes, "Here you go. Call me when you wake up tomorrow." And bounces. I didn't hate this. I didn't love it. This was good. I enjoyed this. Story progression.
Okay. Hey. Okay.
Hey, man. Guess who's in the next match?
Brutus Beefcake.
Oh, brother Brutai.
Yeah. Zodiac. What's up?
Ed Hogan.
All right. Nothing trumps Ed Hogan. Like, I expect, like, this is like the equivalent of,
Do you
like,
know-
the baseball bat, and we just go like that. But when you go Ed Hogan, you're like, boom, you're on top. I can't beat Ed Hogan.
Yeah, you could have. The man with no name.
Oh.
But of course, I could trump that with the man with no face.
Because it got busted up, yo.
No, those were WCW names, by the way.
Notice how we skipped completely over the booty man.
Well, because that would have been after the Zodiac.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course,
Oh,
there's
we're
the
going
Disciple.
in order of time?
Did you know that Brutus Beefcake was a stripper first,
Wait, hold on.
before he was a barber? He was Brutus Beefcake, and he was a stripper.
Wait, he was a stripper as the character in the 80s?
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't when he was Brutus Beefcake? Your barber doesn't strip? Maybe that's why my hair's messed up. Been having
Talk
strippers
about how
cut my
bad
hair.
WWE creative is. Sounds like Impact got the bargain booker. I mean, I'm just saying. You watch some of the other things, and
Okay. so-
WWE doesn't look so bad. I'm not out yet, because this is still like light years better than Impact used to be.
Right,
So,
Because at this point we've got people that aren't the only kind of holdover is Johnny what's his nuts.
yeah. Which he wouldn't be a problem if he wasn't the champion.
Okay.
If I do this,
EC3 was there.
you son of a bitch, because this.
Eli Drake. Oh,
See now, you son of a bitch.
what?
This is EC3.
Eli Drake. I get it. EC3.
You
Gotcha.
son of a bitch.
I didn't even know I was being a jerk. I'm sorry. It just happens.
But it was Eli Drake.
Hey.
Eli Drake versus Eddie Edwards.
Right.
Eddie Edwards at some point last year feuded with Tommy Dreamer and basically took over as I'm the hardcore guy now.
Did he offer to cut off a finger for $1 million?
No.
Okay.
Or get shot. He didn't get shot. Offer to get shot either.
Who does? Tommy Dreamer.
Yes.
Tom.
Eddie was wrestling instead of being hardcore here. I liked the match. This was a good match.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nothing's coming back to my memory. It was ultimately a forgettable episode of Impact, but I will take forgettable over, I'm going to vomit everywhere.
Okay.
Any day.
Is this towards the end of it, or is there more from this?
Let's see. Oh, yeah, there is more. Tessa was angry when she shows up because she wants Taya. Glenn, I forgot about this. This was kind of fun. Glenn Gilberti shows up, and he's like, "Yeah, show me to the office." And the guy goes, "You go this way, this way, this way, this way," and then Disco ends up back outside.
Smart.
The guy can't ever show up for work. Blah 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 blah.
All right. Disco's just doing comedy spots. All right.
Alicia versus Delilah Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia is Eddie Edwards' wife, so apparently she's a wrestler. I didn't know this. And then Delilah Doom is a new face. She does like this. She's like an 80s fitness
All right.
chick.
So where's the Doom come from?
I don't know.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know. Tessa Blanchard comes out and attacks Alicia. So
Good.
it ends in a no contest. Yeah, there she is. There's Delilah Doom.
Interesting.
Yeah. Ace Austin is coming soon to Impact Wrestling. Backstage, Delilah Doom challenges Tessa to a match next week.
Okay.
Here's something you're in for because it involves James Mitchell.
All right.
Rosemary says that because they're still fighting over Allie.
Jesus. Yeah, I was into that when it was happening. What, like 6 months ago?
Well, yeah. James agrees that she can have Allie back, but it's under one condition. It's a trade for the demon assassin herself. And then they're going to have a dark war. Whatever a dark war is. So Rosemary's going to have a team and James Mitchell's going to have a team. And they're going to fight.
A team of what? Okay.
Tag team champions Lucha Bros
All right, here we
versus
go.
LAX.
Is this a main event for the night?
I think so.
Because it very well should be. Because that is a match that has transcended. Because that has garnered attention outside of Impact itself.
Well, the LAX storyline with Conan over the last year has really, because Eddie Kingston, he was going by King, like all of last year was feuding with Conan. And
I love Eddie Kingston.
when I first turned it on, he's great.
He's intense as all get out. Man.
Yeah.
His promos are some of my favorite things.
He was doing some incredible work last year. And he was the manager of LAX. And then the OG LAX came back and he turned on LAX to join the OGs, and Conan stepped up and became the manager of LAX. And that story last year was tremendous. It was one of the best things Impact's probably ever done aside from the Hardys. So that was fun.
Hey, man, if you give me one good storyline to latch onto in a 2-hour block, I'm okay with that. If you show me some decent action that makes sense, I'm okay with that. So I got to tell you, I mean, if this is your closing match, about how long was the match? Were we talking like 30-minute, 20-minute?
It might have been 15. I mean, it was television length.
Okay.
The story going in has been because LAX challenged Lucha Bros, and Conan's like, don't do this. You know how it's going to end up. You guys are going to hate each other, and it's going to get heated. Right now, you guys are cool, but you guys are going to fight, and it's going to end up bad. And going into this, he goes, because they already had a match, and LAX handled it well. He's like, I'm proud of y'all. Y'all, you didn't do nothing, and cool. So let's go do this, and let's. It's over. It's over. Lucha Bros hold on. They win. And LAX immediately beats the living hell out of them. So that story continues. Which I thought the whole thing with them signing to AEW, I thought that meant they couldn't work anywhere else. But they're definitely working in MLW, and they're definitely working in Impact still.
I have no idea, and I feel like that's kind of the way they want us to believe that, because I mean, it seems like AEW has gone out of its way to have it's trying to develop those weird working relationships, but also not crap on dudes from other companies. Have a territorial idea where it's like you can work and be big here for a minute, and then you can go over there and work and be big there for a minute, or move around without it being your garbage on the entire time. But so that was an episode of Impact.
Oh, and at the end, the Lucha Bros get unmasked by LAX.
And they stole their masks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look, I'm just saying that picture there showing Conan. Just think Christopher Lloyd is Uncle Fester. That's great. I'm okay with this. Oh man, but you know what? If that's the ending, that's not so bad. What critique I would give? I don't see a lot of story developing at the beginning of the show that gets any sort of resolution at the end of the show.
Right.
Segment happens, and it's like, tune in next week for any sort of resolution at all, maybe. And there's no guarantee of that happening, nor is there enough interest in me, and enough interest made for me to really want to tune back into
Oh my God.
get any sort of resolution.
Look how cool my mic looks.
Your mic looks cool, yes.
So, I mean,
Mine does too, because it's blocking out the majority of my face.
I didn't feel like I wasted my time, which again, this is a major step up for Impact.
This is.
So like I know I'm not like high on the product, but like the fact that not only did I watch the whole thing,
This is good.
I didn't feel like I wanted to vomit the entire time,
It sounded like it got better as it went along.
and I didn't feel like I was torturing myself.
It sounded like it got better as it went along, and a part I appreciated about that is
Oh yeah, good point, Kane.
what's that?
Kane, I assume that ends when AEW has a TV deal.
Possibly.
Possibly.
We'll see. Whatever. I mean, it still brings up their identity. They're still building their name. The Lucha Bros is a freaking huge name as it is.
Yeah.
They keep having these amazing matches, even in Impact, especially in Impact, and it makes you want to tune in to watch that. That's only going to build more towards them when they get some level of exclusivity. But it sounds like that it built to a fever pitch, which is good. It built to a good ending, a good strong ending, an ending that left a little bit of a cliffhanger saying, hey, what's going to happen next? And that's okay. But when your entire show is built on nothing but cliffhangers, are these storylines interlinked in any way?
Not
or are they
really.
just like segment?
It's very segmented. Nothing really seemed to like intersect.
Okay, nothing like seems like it exists in the same universe.
Yeah.
That's a big thing that bothers me. Even on as far as universes go, the WWE product, whenever something feels like it's could be completely removed from a show and it wouldn't have any effect on literally anything else, that bothers me. It sounds like you had several different segments that were written, done, performed, and had no bearing on anything else. Now, can I ask you what production value was? What kind of a setup are we looking at here? Are we looking at like one hard camera and like one on the floor? Or?
It seemed like there's the one hard cam, and then there's.
But they do have a hard cam.
I believe so.
Okay.
It.
Is it looking across the ring, up the ramp?
I don't think they stay on it very long ever, because I think
Oh, that's a shame.
I think there's a couple hand cams or something that are going around. Like
Okay.
two, maybe
Are they at least steadied?
they seem to be. Maybe.
Because I want to know like how far into the Twitch thing are we going? If you've got a commentator segment where one's on a laptop and one's on a phone driving,
Well,
do you want the shaky cam? Do
Well,
you
the
want
thing
the
is-
Cloverfield effect as
they're
you're
still
watching?
on television,
Yeah.
so it's still a televised product.
Mhm.
It's just also being broadcast to. It's being simulcast is the word to
Okay.
Twitch. So they're taking the television product and broadcasting it on Twitch. I mean, again, it looked okay. It didn't look bad.
I always want a hard cam that looks up the ramp. I don't know why I like that angle, and we never see that in like WWE. You always feel like
Not
you get an
anymore,
entrance from the left or an entrance from the right,
Mm-hmm.
and that's about it. And it always feels like NXT is from the right and SmackDown and Raw are from the left.
Mm-hmm.
But I miss like It was just that Royal Rumble at Madison Square Gardens where it was like the entrance was like right there.
too.
Yeah, where it's like straight on, and I kind of dug that. It's different. I mean, if you want a visual difference between your product and someone else's,
Yeah.
that seems like a place to start.
Yeah.
And be okay with your hard camera. Show me long shots of the action. Show me people traversing. Ooh, ring size. How's the ring compares? Is it like
I'm pretty sure it's smaller.
yeah, you know what? I hate to say that nothing makes a company look smaller than a smaller ring.
I think almost because WWF or WWE is a 20 by 20, and I think almost everything else is like 18 by 18 or something.
That 2 feet makes a hell of a difference, man.
It does, yeah.
It makes your dudes look bigger, which is cool, but it makes your show feel smaller, which is not what you're going for when you're giving a television presentation.
King Kenny asks, would it bother me if Rich Swann was Impact champ, another ex-WWE guy? No.
Rich Swann never felt like he was like fully
He was never
WWE.
a WWE guy. Like he made a bit of a name for himself pre-WWE, and I don't think he was ever that major. He was never a major player. Like whereas Johnny Nitro, John Morrison, multi-time tag champ, multi-time Intercontinental champ. When Miz was the world champ, he was feuding for the world championship. Like he was an invested WWE guy, whereas Rich Swann was there for 2 years ish.
And I mean, he was headlining the 205 Live brand,
Yeah,
which wasn't necessarily the top tier.
and I don't think he was even champ for very long because he's the one who lost to Neville, right?
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
I think
I have a terrible memory for those
I
things.
think he's the one who beat Kendrick. TJP was the first. Kendrick beat TJP.
Oh,
I
poor-
think Swan beat Kendrick, and then Swan lost to Neville. I think.
You're
And then
usually
Neville-
a savant for these things, so I'm going to say you're absolutely right.
Neville lost to Tozawa, won it back, lost to Enzo, and then
Said he's donezo, which, hey,
Enzo lost to Kalisto and then won it back, and then he was donezo. And then Cedric Alexander to Buddy Murphy.
it's not bad. I've enjoyed Buddy Murphy. See Buddy Murphy teasing live. You got a big announcement. And then everyone puts your stupid little ear gifs. It's like, all right. Announcement about my future. I'm taking a couple weeks off. Bye. Beat it. Y'all enjoy competing in the Buddy Murphy Classic to
That's
determine.
essentially what it is.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Good for him for saying, hey.
I hope he loses at Mania, though. I kind of want to see him mix it up with outside of 205 Live. See what he can do.
No.
I wanna
we
see
wanna
more
keep
of
the
that.
Secret. You want to see some mixing between the brands? I'm so excited for Ono going to NXT UK for a minute.
I want Alexander out of 205 Live. I love the guy, but I want him out of 205. He's been there like the entire time. I'd like to, I mean, just like Mustafa, like just push him out. Let's see what he can do. And he will excite just like Mustafa Ali does. I was really excited when Gulak showed up to NXT.
Yeah.
I don't mind the fluidity of being able to move between the brands either. Instead of, well, now he's SmackDown Live and that's it. Or he's Raw and that's it. I don't mind being able to come back to it.
I'd love to say I hope they would get away from that kind of thing.
There should be a few static guys.
I mean, I guess, but
Your champion should probably be static.
you see with the whole Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte thing, they're showing up on every show every week right now. But I mean, that's the hot money right now. But
That's like the top angle in the company too.
yeah, when that Fox deal comes down and SmackDown moves, how exclusive are things going to get? And will they be encouraged to move things around some? I have no idea.
No clue.
Oh well.
I'm gonna
get
put this out. I'm gonna say this because I put a couple tweets out now, and they've garnered some likes from one, Mike Kanellis. So Mike and Maria are killing it on 205 Live. Mostly Maria with her mic work, but Mike had a tremendous match with Cedric Alexander last week.
Now are they still going? Are they still coming out of the same thing?
Yeah. Yep.
Is he Mrs. Maria?
Yes, he's Mike Kanellis.
Okay, it's so good.
And she basically speaks for him. Like he'll get like intense, and then she'll calm him down. What my husband's trying to say is, and like she's just being assertive. Now imagine, if you will, because to me I smell money. Mike Kanellis as your Money in the Bank winner, with Maria talking him up all the time. Oh, I don't know if you've seen any of the work she's doing on 205.
I haven't.
Oh,
That good, huh?
she is crushing. And she's also calling him the opportunist. I mean, it's pretty much a direct play on Edge, but to me, Money in the Bank should be for a guy like Mike Kanellis. 100%. A guy who's just, he needs that one thing.
Something they can. I always get sad when it gets used as a, hey, here's a star who has an opportunity to get inserted into a thing at any time, when it could be a kingmaker.
It like last year, it went to Braun. That was pointless.
That was absolutely garbage.
Braun Strowman does not need a Money in the Bank.
No.
And then he basically goes, yeah, we're going to have a match at Hell in a Cell. Well, what the, why
You
is
didn't
he Money
even
in
need
the
it at that point.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Like, you can get to that match without the Money in the Bank briefcase. Think about the instances when it works the best. Edge, obviously. Edge went from, this is a guy who was a tag guy. Who
Tag
just,
specialist.
he was a tag specialist. He was Intercontinental Champion. Nothing special yet. Wins Money in the Bank, and suddenly now he's a main event player. CM Punk, like nobody, like the company was not high on that guy. Wins Money in the Bank. You know, the first one was so, but the next one, when he cashes in on Jeff Hardy, now you've got a main event player.
Jeff Harvey. That's my favorite thing right now. Sorry.
I agree. If he goes to SmackDown, it probably works better. Well, given my druthers, and I don't see it going down this way, Kofi would hold it until Kofi would win at Mania and hold the championship until Money in the Bank at least, and Kanellis would cash in on him. I mean, again,
That's a long stroll far afield.
yeah, I know.
But I ain't saying you're wrong, because you've called some things in the past.
I don't care about calling them. I care about being entertained.
Because I always feel like Money in the Bank lately has been that weirdly missed
It worked
opportunity.
for Corbin.
If you can get it to a smarmy person who's going to be a threat at any time, I never like it on a face. I always want it on a Healy dude, an opportunist, a sneaky jerk.
Royal Rumble should be for baby faces. Money in the Bank should be for heels.
Interesting.
I mean, what's more of a babyface story than beating 29 other dudes? Like that's a babyface story. I had to outlast 29 other people to win this thing. That's a babyface story. Whereas winning the briefcase could be either. Using the briefcase.
Yeah.
That's a bad guy move.
I don't know, man. Ladders always.
I know, Kane. I know. That's some mad fantasy booking.
Ladders always introduce that weird element of it can be good, it can be bad. Either way, it's either an opportunist or an overcoming thing. Ladders are an equal opportunity advancer.
Yeah. But a guy like Kanellis could use that. Their big thing right now that they're saying is he's one match away. Like he's just looking for that one match. Last week with Alexander was a start. I highly recommend. I am talking to you specifically, Nathan, watching at least that match. But Maria is doing tremendous work. I think Mike is doing tremendous work too.
I'd be more interested in starting on that first. I want to hear the mic work because that always feels like something that they have a little less time in 205 Live to really push the characters. But that's good because the action's amazing. I don't want them to take any more time, but I want that time maximized. It sounds like she's maximizing that time for the two of them.
You know who else is? Gulak.
Well, yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's great. And he's like trying to like groom Umberto.
Yeah,
which is fun.
That makes it. Didn't he like Umberto did like a half flippy thing? He's like, we talked about this.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
You see how you jeopardized your match with that? Just fun. I'm trying to think of, Akira Tozawa. He's still hanging around, still fun to watch. I don't know if you've seen Kendrick lately.
No.
Babyface.
Always. He's that weird. He's the Matthew Broderick of wrestling.
Tozawa made him
Sometimes-
shave.
Sometimes he's power.
I mean, literal baby face.
Wait, what?
Yeah. They were doing a
What?
So, wow. Has it been that long since
It has been that
okay,
long.
so this happened months ago.
Mm-hmm.
There was the trio. So first it was the why can't I remember the name of that movie with Steve Martin? Oh God.
The Man with Two Brains.
No, God damn it.
Three Amigos.
No. Michael Caine,
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
There you go. We'll get there.
How did I forget that? So it was Kendrick and Gallagher. They were the Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Mhm.
And they brought Gulak in. So it was the three of them.
Mhm.
And Gulak became the ringleader. And
If this were a movie in the 80s, Gulak, I think, would be played by Chevy Chase.
that's
all.
what Zach always called me. Zach always called me Chevy Chase whenever I was doing commentary. It's like, okay, Chevy Chase.
Yeah, it's not bad on commentary.
And then I would start busting out Chevy Chase references, which I
Yeah.
used to have on lock.
There are Chevy Chase references?
Yeah.
Okay.
But hindsight is 2020. If you're asking me if I bet against
Bo?
where was I?
The Dirty
The
Rotten Scoundrels.
Dirty
and-
Rotten Scoundrels. So they kick Kendrick doesn't keep up, so they kick him out. Gulak goes, "You're the weak link here," and they beat him up, kick him out of the group.
Happens.
And then they're like, "Yeah, well, let's have a tag match," and Tozawa ends up being his partner, which they were feuding
Mm-hmm.
all of last year.
Yeah.
So
That I do remember.
yeah, eventually it gets to, well, why can't we get along? And Tozawa goes, "You have to do something. You have to look the part," and makes him shave. And then they become great tag partners. It's fun.
So is this a good guy, Kendrick?
Yeah, good guy Kendrick.
Is he still doing the Captain's Hook thing?
No, he's gone back to sliced bread, which is a babyface finish.
I like that he has two on tap.
I do like the captain's hook, but that's definitely,
Yeah, it's fine.
that's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Gulak is great. I love some Gulak. At rate. Wow. I didn't mean to go that long on that.
No. You've sold me on some expanding horizons here.
Mhm.
Okay, like I've been giving time again to Raw and to SmackDown.
Mhm.
Been watching them. Honestly, this week's Raw was maybe the most watchable Raw that has happened in decade. You know, and then SmackDown was amazing.
Yeah.
Because it kind of always is.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm investing more time into watching. You're trying to broaden my horizons and remind me what bad stuff is so that I can appreciate. No, that wasn't the point.
No.
You're encouraging me to try other places
Yeah.
because I'm enjoying wrestling right now, and it's important that I hurt myself. No? Is that not it?
Well,
Find some good in some other places and cheer along.
I'll tell you this. I probably will not keep up with Impact. It was a freak accident that I was at my PlayStation.
Oh, speaking of which, is Lars back?
No. At 8 o'clock on a... No, it was 10 o'clock on a Friday. I just happened to be sitting there, and I was like, well, it's 10 o'clock. It was like 9:57. I was like, well, Impact comes on at 10. Maybe I'll just watch this. So I turned
Maybe
it
I'll
on and
just
watched it.
watch this.
Normally, I would have either been playing a video game or watching 99 Nitro or 2000 SmackDown. Ugh. Any of those things. So I happened to be there. And so I decided to watch it. Yeah.
Hey,
Hmm?
as a credit to the accessibility of Twitch.
Yeah.
The fact that you're making that stuff more available. It's like the slow networks are losing it to streaming services.
Yeah.
We've seen that. And we've seen networks get killed by premium services. Now streaming services taking them out quite a bit too. Wrestling following suit. I remember it was like a year ago or so. It was all hype on Wrestle Circus because they were like, "Hey, we're going on Twitch." And they struggle here and there, but here's Impact saying, "Hey, we need to reinvent ourselves. Why don't we get on the ground floor of Twitch?" And that's not a bad place to be, man. If you're not making the money on the networks and you're just begging for a home, make your own home.
Make your own home.
They've made their own home.
Chris Witt, I set up a West Coast hashtag WrestlePals announce table where it's me sitting here drinking bourbon and nodding in agreement and squinting in disapproval to everything being said. Hey, speaking of approval,
Brought to you by Old English.
speaking of approval,
Huh?
it's hashtag Nate Appreciation Day. Managed to avoid it for the last couple weeks because it's been a jam-packed couple weeks. Had a few,
I'm ready to talk about anything other than me.
had a few minutes
Feud.
here. Had a few minutes here where I could say hashtag Nate Appreciation Day, which is today.
It was a good day. It was. I had a good day.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Shoot. So mad. Being happy. What's wrong with this?
So,
Don't like it.
guess what I did? When was this? Last Friday? I think it was Friday afternoon, maybe?
Was it around 9:57 p.m.?
No.
You watched Impact. Got it. I paid attention. What's up? I listened to what you said, processed it, and remembered some of it.
No. I mean, yes, but no.
Oh.
I'm bleeding.
From what? Is the science working its way out of your veins?
I scratched myself.
Is that why they've recalled it? Oh, no. It's the science recall. Or as we call it, the Dark Ages.
I'm not looking forward to it. I hope there is more science at my food line next week. I'll be going through withdrawals until then.
Or sleeping.
I think I'm going to get a hashtag Nate Appreciation Day
For
tattoo.
God's sake, please don't do that. No.
Not a bad idea.
That's a terrible idea.
You know, I've always been kind of, I don't want to say anti-ink. I've been waiting for the right ink. Yeah, nice little
No.
Nate Appreciation Day. Oh, you're right. Probably
No.
Nate Appreciation Day
That
right
would be
here.
a terrible place for it.
Nate Appreciation Day.
Look, the only way I could feel this would be acceptable is for the most hideable place in your body. And it's going to hurt. But if you could just grab a cheek, and just pull and let them do the work, right along. And then I think you see where I'm going. That would be painful. Don't do that, Jason. Don't do that. Maybe
Nate Appreciation Day.
if you're going to do it, I want to. Oh, God, don't do that. It's the worst.
Okay, fine. Here and then here.
No.
Nate Appreciation Day.
I want to cross your knuckles. NATE. And then over here, APPRE. DAY. Notice how I didn't spell the middle word because it's long. Nate. Because the left ain't going to hurt you. That's right.
Chris Witt, I'll do it tomorrow.
This one will ruin your credit. This one will just kind of tickle you a little bit. I ain't got a left, yo.
Ellie says her WWE order was on sale to celebrate hashtag Nate Appreciation Day. I wonder if that was the code. Put in code hashtag Nate Appreciation Day, save 0.
That's the entire... Yes! Use that offer code on literally any website. It's amazing. In celebration of this day that isn't...
So I asked this question. So last Friday we did, I think it was Friday. I don't remember.
Okay. Now you're not sure. I think the witness is folding under questioning. This
No,
is
I just
terrible.
don't remember when we did it because it was all a blur. Recently, I've been watching
Song 2. Good.
the lead into hashtag or the lead into WrestleMania 2000, and it was the SmackDowns leading in. So we had to do the hashtag Wrestle Party pre-tapes.
Okay. Hashtag Wrestle Party, if you're not familiar with it. Justin and a group of hashtag Wrestle Pals. Some people excluded.
Well, you're included. You just don't go or open your
I'm pretty
texts.
sure 500 mistext is like an achievement unlocked. I got a trophy somewhere. It's for non-participation trophy. But they pick a show and then they watch the lead-ups to it. They've picked WrestleMania 2000.
So we did Royal Rumble 96.
Uh-huh.
Then we did NXT Arrival.
Uh-huh.
So Zach picked Royal Rumble 96.
Cool.
I picked NXT Arrival.
Right?
And Joe picked WrestleMania 2000.
All right. Well,
And he's in the doghouse.
is he suffering as much as the rest of you?
Yes.
Good. I've never thought I'd say this about him, but good.
I love you, Joe. But that was painful. So I asked you this question before we went on.
Okay.
Because I wanted you to think about it. And I needed to put it back to front of mind because whenever we actually do the Wrestle Party, I need to ask Zach this again. I asked him this while we're recording the pre-tapes. Would you prefer or do you prefer 50-50 booking or non-finishes?
Ooh. It's an either or?
Yeah, it's an either or. 50-50 booking or constant non-finishes. And I'm not talking about just in a feud. I'm talking about over the course of a show.
So in every feud currently happening at that time.
Right.
That's where we're going to get
Hashtag
to.
Kofi Mania. I'm in. I love it.
Dude, okay, there's drawbacks to each of them. But I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to give you my answer straight out, okay? Because I do have an answer.
Yeah.
I do have a preference, but I'm going to tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it.
Okay.
In that situation, I would prefer the dusty finishes, yo. I would take the non-finish.
SmackDown 2000
Finishes.
disagrees.
It's going to prove me wrong? Is that what
Yeah.
that's for? Oh, God. Yeah, but that's what they did.
Yeah, and it was awful.
The whole idea was to build some
What?
sort of moment. A big pile of. The whole
When I
idea.
tell you, the main event of the go home
Yeah, go
was
ahead.
literally everyone. Literally everyone in the company was in the ring. Literally. Not figuratively, literally.
Okay. Sounds great.
literally everyone.
Okay.
The go home to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Literally everyone in the company.
Why were they
literally?
giving like a big hug? Like, hey
No,
guys,
there's
we
like,
did
oh,
it.
these guys are fighting with these guys, and oh, we're just gonna beat each other up.
That was the whole. Okay.
And then after
Weeks-
everyone is in,
weeks of
then
schmaz.
after everyone is in,
Uh-huh.
out comes The Rock, out comes Mick Foley.
Mm-hmm.
So it's everyone, and then all of this off of the back of Stephanie McMahon winning the women's championship.
Ah, God.
Spoilers. Watch, listen to the hashtag WrestleParty pre-tapes. They come out on Mondays.
I swear to God, on Monday I thought she was going to pick up that belt and just go, I'm sorry, title, whatevs. I thought she was going to pick it up. This is for me now. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
I will take the schmaz. I will take the dusty finish. I will take the non-ending. I'll take the double DQ, the double count out. I'm guessing there were not a lot of double count outs. But
No.
I will
As
take
a matter
it.
of fact, the matches barely got into the ring.
I will take double count out. Can I specify that if I'm going to take these
Rock clears the ring. Foley does not.
if I can't get him up and over.
Well,
there.
because he was holding a barbed wire bat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, a barbed wire 2x4.
What was it? Copyright issue for real? What's
Hornswoggle was not there in 2000.
he wasn't illegitimately born yet, was he? He was born fully grown as a not fully grown. Hold on, add that to the list. If I can get double, not even double DQ finishes, but like the two are brawling too much that we have to pull them apart. We can't finish this match.
wasn't
It's
those.
too much. If it's a double count out, if it's a double submission and there's the refs arguing over who won or who lost, I'm okay with that. If it was
What if it's interruptions?
by other people
Run-ins.
not involved,
Yes.
or by they're having a match with somebody that isn't related, and then the person they're having the match that they are related with runs out and interferes.
Every match had interference. And that's not like, first of all, every match was like 3 minutes long.
And I mean, if it's billed as, damn it, we can't get any resolution to any of this till we get to this big show. This is ridiculous. Was the big show in the ring?
Big Show was in all the
Hey,
episodes.
what was this? Was he in a corner? Did he have a
They
man in the
didn't.
corner?
They weren't announcing matches. The only match that was announced was Big Show versus Triple H main event. Start at the start, and they just kept manipulating that one until week 3. Then they announced another match.
It's outside interference every time.
Outside interference every time.
Okay,
No countouts.
Now the other option is babyface wins 1 week, heel wins 1 week, babyface wins 1 week, heel wins 1 week. Then we go into, well, they've been so even. Finally, now after having 4 matches, they're going to go in and actually have a match to settle it. Well, what the hell were they doing?
Wrestling.
I will take. I'm a character and story over wrestling guy.
But there's no character in 3 minutes.
I know. That's what bothers me. This is a whole awful choice to have to make. That being said, I'm still siding on the side of the schmaz, man. Give me the non-ending. That way I can at least see people. Do we get any sort of character development at all?
No.
Any sort of frustration? Any sort of like, we're
Yeah,
having to
I was
peel-
pretty frustrated.
any sort of we have to pull these guys apart
No.
because they can't stand each other so much. Tune in. Was it at least billed as, oh my God, we can't get any resolution to this until we get to this big show?
all a mess.
Sell the show. Sell the show.
was
Did they
all
at
a
least
mess.
sell the show?
I wish we didn't have to watch WrestleMania 2000.
Just
I
now?
really wish we didn't have to watch it.
That's not the worst show in the world, right? We had a
It's
lot
probably
of.
the worst.
Did we have a lot of debuts? Was that the one we had a lot of debuts on?
It's a lot of multi-man matches.
I know it is. It was like everything was.
McMahon in every corner is your main event. Linda McMahon is in the main event.
Oh, God damn it. That being said, I don't want the 50-50. Because you know what 50-50 ends up being? I hate you, you won. Or you hate me because I won. Now we got to form a tag and see if we can do this. Because you know what this is? This is bad WWE tag divisions. What Raw has been for a while now. Revival's the champions eating a loss. And they may come back and they win one. And then they might lose one again. And they might win one again. And it's going to go back and forth. And it's like, why are we even having a title match if they've already lost? If somebody's a champion, if somebody's a winner, I want them to keep winning. Even if it's by dastardly means. Or either win or non-finish. So if you can give me 50 schmaz, I'm okay with this. It's like, oh, you're about to win? Nope, you're not disqualified. I don't care. I'm still holding on to my thing. If that's what we get, I'm okay with this. This is all right. I hate a 50-50 back and forth. Unless Sheamus and Cesaro. Because I hated that so much. And then they told me that I was going to love it, and I did.
Mm-hmm. Still
And what
better
was-
than David Arquette being heavyweight champ.
That being said, David Arquette appearance on Monday night.
Yeah.
What's
He
up,
was pretty
champ?
fired up.
Good for him.
Like, yeah!
Yeah, he came there as a fan. What's up?
Good for him.
Hey, I can't get those tickets.
No, me neither. So, that being said,
I will take schmaz all day.
okay. Well,
How about you? Do you have an answer for that before we go on?
it depends because in this specific instance where we're talking about SmackDown 2000, I'll take what we get today all day, every day because I'm getting wrestling matches that I'm really enjoying.
You'll take more of a 50-50? You'd rather
don't-
have that?
See, wins and losses don't mean that much to me.
Would you rather them mean more?
No. Because the title wins still mean something to me.
Okay.
I was just as excited when the Revival won the championship. No matter there's I mean, obviously a better story going in probably would have helped,
Yeah.
but I was still super geeked when they won. And I've seen what's been happening to them. I like them. They won. I was excited.
How do you feel about a contract signing? What a
Can-
schmaz contract signing?
Contract signings can be tremendous. I like this week's contract signing.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, okay. I was just going like generic, but yeah. This is so good. I was so sad. Oh, no.
Let's see. Jason Shuey asks, how about Styles? It looks like we're getting Styles and Orton at Mania. Please sign me up. I want that. I've been
Orton's-
saying that for a long time.
Orton's
I
head
want that.
looks more and more made out of clay every day. And you know what? I like Clay Snake.
The house that you what? I was like,
Slow,
like that.
confused, a little bit upset and pissed off.
Nathan,
All right, I got time for nap before he
the
gets
house that you. What?
I'm sorry, is there a question? What?
The house that you.
Good running start. That was a good start. Good.
What?
What? What are we talking about? Man, I hope he started on his taxes back in November because it's going to take him all that time to get to it.
Nathan.
Oh, God.
Let's see. Yeah. I loved the excitement of New Day coming out, Kofi being fired up, giving us the little rundown of hey man, isn't Kofi great? This is all the great stuff Kofi has done. It's like, yeah, yes, this is happening. Yes. And the whole big sell from the McMahon's going, this guy earns it. This guy's great. Like, oh my God, I can't believe he's finally getting that one-on-one match. And then New Day comes out. Kofi. Yes,
Kofi
this
comes
is
in.
happening.
Okay. If we want to get into discussing this contract signing and everything that was
Well,
amazing.
you asked about contract signings. This was a great contract signing. This is a
Well, if you fit a
When it's
contract
done well.
signing into something to break up schmazes and or 50-50s, it's better than breaking up the 50-50. And we've had a little bit of a 50-50 with,
And I
let's
gotta say-
Kofi and Brian. And you know what? It's been okay.
This is actually much better than I thought they were going to just put another heater on Brian. I actually like this a lot better. So,
Justin. So
D-Bry signs, doesn't say anything. Kofi, killer promo from Kofi,
we
soaking it in.
we know how good Daniel Bryan is,
Mm-hmm.
how much he can talk, how passionate he can be. How much did he do by not doing anything? It was amazing.
Yeah.
They pointed out he's sitting in his leather chair and he just like has a look of just like
Yeah.
he just plays with his beard. This is the part I like. Just stroking the beard. It's amazing. Kofi does another like victory lap around the ring. Oh,
So
okay.
Kane says, now look at how they've been used since winning the belts. Revival winning the belts and still being jobbed out. And he makes a good point. At least a DIY it makes sense, but Black and Ricochet doesn't make sense. Here's my thought process behind this. Number one, I don't care because I enjoy the Revival. I enjoy their matches. They had 2 killer matches 3 weeks in a row now.
Uh-huh.
When they won the titles,
Right.
a great match against DIY, and a really, really good match with Ricochet. Actually, technically even better than the DIY match. I got 3 really good Revival matches in a row, as opposed to some.
They're on TV.
They're on TV, some bullshit instead of some bullshit with Lucha House Party.
Yeah.
To me, watching the Revival wrestle, that's great. None of these are title matches. They didn't lose the titles. But here's all I can make out of this. The NXT call-ups, quote call-ups, weren't they weren't in the plans. From what I
No.
understand, Vince was like, "Give me wrestlers,"
Yeah.
and so they were like, "Okay, what are we
Who are
gonna
your
do with
4
them?"
best?
Yeah.
Well, they're kind of busy. I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And so then you have to fit them into television. Where do you put them? If you're going to put them into tag matches, why wouldn't they be with the Revival? The Revival are the best team. Who are you going to get the best televised matches out of? The Revival. And you can't have the NXT guys lose. They can't lose.
No.
They have to win.
Right.
I mean, the only way
That being said, you can't on SmackDown. You can't pair them with the Usos
right.
because Usos have to look strong right now.
Yeah.
Right? Or do they? I don't know. I feel like Raw is like, well, it's kind of garbage right now. So let's it's fine. It's not going to hurt it too much. And we'll let the build back up happen. But let's watch wrestlers wrestle, and that's okay. But I don't know who else on Raw they would have gone after. It was the safest spot for them to be. They weren't going to
Right.
fit them into 2 different singles matches. They were like, hey, we need to show off good wrestling, and
On
we need
SmackDown, they
to
could
fit it
have
quick.
They could have wrestled against like New Day as a tag team.
I don't
But
know.
I like their involvement with Kofi much, much better.
Yeah, I think the bar is perfect for this.
Yeah.
It was fantastic for a spot for the bar.
And then to follow it up this week,
Oh, God, yes.
Ricochet and Black teaming against Nakamura and Rusev. It's probably the best Nakamura's looked, period.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's the most Nakamura. we've seen
Him and Aleister Black were absolute magic together. It was amazing.
Yeah. And then
If you've never heard Aleister Black do a promo in Dutch, look it up. It's the scariest thing you've ever heard.
Yeah.
You swear it was a record of playing backwards in the 80s, when we were worried about stuff.
yeah. Then there were it's so it is what it is. We have to get back to that, but also we have John Perry asks, "Do you think Ruby Riott will be Divas champion?" She will win a championship. It will not be the Divas championship, but she will be a champion. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. She may be a transitional. Unfortunately, she may never get that time to shine. But
it's almost like she she's got that weird role where it's like you've kind of
She could
cursed
be Mr.
yourself a little bit.
Perfect. She's good.
Yes, you'll always be in the hunt. You'll always be there to fill out the ranks. You'll be there to make other people look amazing, and you'll be there to tear people down for them to overcome. And you know what? That's a great place to be for longevity.
You're employed, yeah. I mean, and there's a high probability that the Riot Squad wins the tag champions
At some point,
championships. Yeah. So if they do that as a Freebird rule type thing, then she'll win that championship. Where did I cut you off?
We were back on the contract signing.
Right.
So we've got Daniel Bryan stroking his beard. New Day selling the hell out of Kofi, and Kofi's a step well above Ian.
Heavy Machinery is not going to get the match that Revival can out of them. I love Heavy Machinery, and Heavy Machinery actually can take losses, but they're Heavy Machinery. They're not going to wow you. They're just going to be fun. Whereas the Revival got a great match out of all four of those guys. Sorry.
No. That being said, we saw Heavy Machinery, and we saw the Ascension.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep. But
Fantastic.
that's exactly where Heavy Machinery should be.
There's so much potential on the Raw thing.
Yeah,
and Heavy
there is.
Machinery could pop up every once in a while, and they can pop down every once in a while. And
Well, I mean, that's-
Tucky's there to take the beating. And that's fine.
In all honesty, that's what the role it looks like Heavy Machinery is moving into is the role Ascension should have been all along. I mean, if they're not going to be world destroyers, then they should be guys that can just be there to have good matches with.
Gatekeepers, man.
Gatekeepers.
Yeah, when they bring somebody in, this is who you got to beat in order to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
Contract signing.
Contract signing. So
Kofi's so happy, over the moon. That package was
Killer
amazing.
promo.
I can't wait to see more long form, let's say potentially Mania size packages. Think of that Daniel Bryan one from a few years back. Yo,
yeah.
imagine that for Kofi. Holy hell. Kofi over the moon, excited, and everybody's happy for him. They let him get all the way to putting the pen on the paper, and then McMahon's music hits. Vince McMahon's music hits. Kofi has a look like, oh God, oh no, and then has a moment of, no, you know what? He's probably out here because E and Xavier first selling him on, like, no, this is good. Can't believe the boss is here.
Yeah.
He's proud of you for all you've done for. Taking it away.
Taking it away.
And Kevin Owens brought out, and Kevin Owens doesn't even acknowledge New Day at all, just goes right and sits in the chair.
Yep.
So Kevin Owens, in a position where he should be the most heelish bad dude on the planet, considering this, does everything he can to avoid it very well.
Well, so two things.
Sad Kofi made me
Yeah.
sad.
Two things though. Like first of all, this confirms to me like the rumors were actually true. We were gonna get KO and Bryan at Mania, but they just kind of were like, you know what? Let's switch this up. People are really invested in Kofi. Let's switch it up. Let's pull the rug.
Because I mean, what were they gonna do? Were they gonna build Kevin Owens up as a face against Daniel Bryan? The everyman, all-American dad from Canada?
This is more fitting of the Kevin Owens I met when he showed up on NXT, the prize fighter.
Yeah.
He's here for a prize.
Hey, there's the opportunity. I'm going to take that from you.
Yeah,
Why? Because I can.
because I can. Because I'm Kevin Owens.
Mhm.
Is exactly what he said. Why am I doing this? Because I'm Kevin Owens. I can.
Well, that being said, new ink on the arm. See that?
Lots of ink.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of it. And he's looking well.
It is.
He dropped a few LBs and he looks well.
Hair's a little tall.
Would I look stupid with KO hair?
Yeah.
You think?
Well, I mean, look what's on your head right now. You have a faded Bailey tail up on your head.
It's called a top knot.
Okay.
That I kind of put together at the last second. How dare you?
I'm very sorry. I don't know, man. I don't know what they're going to do with Kevin Owens from here, because they definitely didn't play him as a bad dude. Like they go into the match with Kevin Owens asks, hey, I'd like to team with Kofi against Bryan and Rowan. And Kofi's very deserving. And there's no shot against Kofi. 'Cause he's done everything to distance himself from being a bad dude. and he's believable in it.
Yeah.
This isn't a yeah, he's good too. Tee he feels very sincere, which is great because he's really good at making you believe whatever he wants you to believe.
Mm-hmm.
He's a master of subtlety.
So in the meantime, as much as I was looking forward to Kofi and D-Bry at
What
Fastlane,
does this mean? What does this mean, Justin?
so we're going to get a great match between KO and D-Bry
Mm-hmm.
at Fastlane.
Where the New Day goes heel and beats up everybody. Yeah.
I mean, I doubt that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I still don't know if Triple Threat is where we're going here, or
Oh.
if KO beats D-Bry and it's Kofi and KO, or if D-Bry retains. If D-Bry retains, where the hell do you move KO now? I don't know, but one thing's for sure: Kofi's winning the championship at WrestleMania.
It's a bold statement.
Dude, you don't pull.
You don't pull a big return. That was your Mania surprise, kinda, and going to be your Mania build. You don't swap that up.
At the last second.
After doing a couple little weird little vignettes with, not so much vignettes with Kevin Owens, they definitely said, all right, we got to rush this and we got to pull it up now. You got to fill the spot.
And you don't pull the rug out from an organic rise of Kofi unless it's going to pay off.
Same thing with Becky.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, maybe Kofi just kind of after Fastlane goes, yo, like, what's the deal? Maybe it's then that SmackDown Kofi and KO have a match.
Is Vince McMahon a jerk?
Yeah.
So next week, what you're saying is Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins, you're out of this title.
Nah. Nah, that ain't happening.
Okay. Because that's felt nice and organic, too. It's been a little cool with Seth Rollins not on TV as much, but that's so they can heal him up so he's ready for it.
Yeah. So much going on that
But they had that tag match later with Kofi and KO versus Bryan and Rowan.
Mm-hmm.
And now, as sad as I was for sad Kofi after the initial pulling of the rug, they introduced Kofi Kingston, New Day. They introduced him as New Day member, and what I heard was, and this is all you'll ever be is New Day member. And Kofi comes out, and usually Kofi's over the top and crazy. He's probably the most subdued of the three of the New Day, but damn, subdued ain't a word need to be associated with him whatsoever.
Pancakes everywhere.
He comes out, and he's just coming out.
Yep.
And it's the set, and everybody's selling it like it's very professional. Even Gravy's down there. Yeah, he got screwed, man.
Yeah.
What's up? Professional comes to the ring and he does his stuff, and he's just not over the top crazy Kofi. Hey, you know how much I look forward to this every week now? Baby.
Yeah.
It was almost my favorite because I was like, good for you, Kofi, stepping up with the crazy boys. What's going on? Nope. Kofi the best. Kofi legit. Sad Kofi made me so sad.
Yeah.
I've never felt that. I haven't felt that sad in wrestling. Like retirement speeches didn't hit me as much as Kofi just looking dejected. Not even dejected, because he had to look like, okay. Okay. He really could have gone up that ramp, and his eyes were a little red. If he wanted to, I have faith in him completely that he could have squeezed out some tears.
Yeah.
And it would have been like, I would have been done for.
Yeah.
But nope, held it together. Why? 11-year pro, man.
Yeah.
These-
Well, I like
this is
Ian Woods the whole time.
losing their damn minds,
Yeah.
and it was amazing.
How are you going to do this? 11 years. How are you going to do this to this man?
That juxtaposition between the two of Kofi being like, no, this is that's Vince McMahon, guys. That's
Oh man, I forgot about when Kofi was about to cut his promo. He did the to D-Bry. I was like, oh my god, just all of that was perfection, and there's no way that it's that perfect without a payoff. Ooh, John Perry is going to a SmackDown house show in White Plains, New York. And yes, Matt Hardy made his triumphant return this week as well.
Hear any news on that?
No, other than the Hardys are a tag team again.
Yeah, because apparently, it looked like Matt Hardy was doing kind of a countdown to the end of his contract, and it's like, maybe, and this is all conjecture, it's purely speculation, goddamn, that WWE was like, hey, well, no, we have this option to add a third year to your contract, and yeah, we're gonna take that option. So put on your wrestling pants, get in the ring, dance for us, monkey. Let's go. You're not going to them. No. Get in the ring, goddammit, now. And to which, if that's the case, hey, came out, still had a fun match. Fantastic.
Yeah. And I mean, it was a big surprise.
It was a surprise, and I didn't like it.
Well,
Because it felt like that's what it was. It felt like, all right. Because he was teasing retirement or teasing leaving, and he was done, and he was comfortable with his life and where he was at, or he may not be done. Who knows? Everything's weirdly nebulous. And now it's just like, no, you're Matt Hardy. Get in that damn ring and wrestle. Go be Matt Hardy.
Well, you know, he's been cleared for a little while, and I've been watching him go back to being Matt Hardy as opposed to Woken Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
And getting himself in better shape and whatnot.
He didn't look good.
Yeah. Other than his mobility's never been great since we actually saw 2000 Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
It was much better in 2000.
You think?
Pre-TLCs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like that has some sort of effect. Huh. Weird.
Very weird. But the only thing I hated about Matt Hardy returning was we lost Cesaro versus Gargano.
I know, right?
That was a
I was hyped for that match.
Yeah.
But I mean, then they had the contract signing, and I was like, all right. Well.
Yeah.
And the other big news from SmackDown is very important. We should not gloss over this. Kevin Owens with a very good stunner. It was, very good.
And
immediately tweets
Stone Cold. And Austin
hey,
actually...
I did it. I did the thing.
Well, it's less about the stunner and more about the fact that it was a finish.
Yeah.
Which Austin was pissed because he didn't use it as a finish. He hates people using the stunner just as a move. It's like, if you're going to use it, then finish people with it, damn it.
You're making me look less impactful.
All I can think of is that that interview with Dean on the network, and he's trying to drag stuff out of Ambrose, and he's just looking at Dean like
madness.
Yeah. John Perry asks, do you think Carmella should be champion right now? No. I think she's being utilized in this is much better for her, as far as character growth.
I mean,
right now.
and she's got a few fun places to go.
Yeah.
Hang with R-Truth seems like a fun time. Mm-hmm. And you see R-Truth been doing some weird little behind the scenes videos. I don't know who put it up there. It was like him. Somebody was going shopping, and he was I'm in the toy figure. Oh, hey, look, it's an R-Truth. Picks him up, puts him in the cart, belt on and everything. It's like, this seems reminiscent of someone I know.
Yeah, right.
Seems like some weird stuff I know a weird dude that would do. Regardless, fantastic.
Very
so
fun.
Carmella gets to have time with R-Truth, and I hope they don't abandon Fabulous Glow because I like them as a tag team.
Yeah,
they look like they were working well together, and she's still a fantastic singles wrestler.
Yeah,
and
she's got plenty of time.
When she smoothly rolls into that code of silence,
yeah,
it is so good.
I have a feeling she might get pulled over to Raw.
Well, I don't know, man. Are we due for a shakeup after Mania?
After Mania, always. It's definitely happening. It's international. I've said this before. It's happening in Canada. International shakeup.
Is that what it is? Is that how they trick us in, with these big crazy titles? International shakeup. We have these brands across the water. We're building performance centers all over the world in the universe. Oh, we just meant it was happening. It was
it's happening in Canada.
It's Winnipeg, you idiot.
Kane asks, odds they're setting up R-Truth versus Cena at Mania? Maybe, because Truth is definitely, he said his role model, his favorite superstar growing up was John Cena.
John Cena is an older man. Mm-hmm. Okay, how old is he? 38?
He's
Somewhere
he's in his 40s.
I'm pretty
sure.
Okay.
Cena, yeah.
Cool. R-Truth is eligible for Social Security, but he does not collect. You know why? Because he likes wrestling. Mm-hmm. Also, he doesn't know how old he is. R-Truth, I think, it's
the ageless wonder. R-Truth.
It's late 40s,
yeah.
close to 50. Mm-hmm. That being said, he looks great
yeah.
and is moving as good as he ever has.
It's true.
And he moves good.
Mm-hmm.
This is some of the best R-Truth stuff, dude. Like, this is what made.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
What would my role model John Cena do? He'd fight both of them. Dang, he's brave. R-Truth has got some pinpoint timing right now. Like, I've seen him do things before, and I've been like, "Jeez, this is uncomfortable and awful." I love it. But his timing is so good. God, I would really like R-Truth versus John Cena right now in a friendly match.
Yeah,
R-Truth did the 5-knuckle shuffle, for Christ's sake.
he did.
And Andrade and Rey Mysterio get to show up in the match and have a good time, too.
It was a fun
It
triple
was
threat, too.
really good.
Yeah.
You know what? It didn't feel like R-Truth was tacked on to a Andrade Mysterio match. It felt like he was part of it,
Yeah.
and he did very well.
Yeah.
And the reason why the two of them lost was because they were fighting each other instead of R-Truth. And R-Truth can't pick up a victory, yo. R-Truth with some wins.
Yeah.
And it didn't hurt either Andrade or Mysterio.
Not at all. Not in the least.
Amazing how a little bit of care can help a segment. That being said, when Andrade's music hit, I got so excited. Like, oh my God, he's going to get some gold.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. And then Mysterio ran to the ring, and I booed. You know why?
Because he was number 30.
Because he was number 30. Boo.
Boo.
Ray trained to. That's 30 in the language.
It's a
Thank you.
big week. And I guess I didn't want to do like recap stuff, but I mean, it was a big week.
This
Like, a
was
lot of
the
big
most
stuff happened.
watchable WWE week in wrestling that has happened in years and years and
And
years.
there's still NXT from this week to watch. Mia Yim versus Shayna Baszler on NXT this week. Also on NXT UK, the Grizzled Young Vets versus Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch.
This may be a confluence, a perfect storm of wrestling. This may be one of the finest weeks of wrestling that has ever happened, except for Impact.
Well, Impact happens on Friday, so maybe it'll be okay.
Okay, you know what? We're
probably
counting
not
on.
gonna watch
We're
it.
gonna watch this build up to it. No. Screw that. We're watching Impact.
You can watch it.
I'm not gonna. It's fine.
'Cause
Can I get it like
maybe
on
we should,
demandish
'cause
later?
We don't have anything for next week, so maybe we should watch it.
We're gonna watch the finest week of wrestling that's happened, and then we're gonna cap it off.
This coffee's cold.
We're gonna cap it off with some Impact.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing anything on Friday, so why not?
You want actual reasons?
Hmm.
Because
I wouldn't mind having some reasons, but I don't think I have any. Oh, come on. I'm acting like it was awful. It wasn't awful. It's just,
it was okay.
yeah, it was all right.
It was all right.
It was all right.
If you went to an indie show and that was your main event, you'd be happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Without doubt. I guess to kind of close it out here,
I want
gonna
to
ask you-
versus Cena. I'm so excited.
I know, right? Mania's shaking up. Like, it's looking like it might be a really, really good Mania.
One of the most organic in quite some time.
Yeah.
The only one I can think that was like as organic would be the Daniel Bryan year.
Yeah.
And they did a fantastic job of bookending that show just absolutely wonderfully. That being said, we have so much organic right now. People can get behind Seth. Becky's amazing. Everything she's touching is gold right now.
Yeah.
And Kofi's about the same way.
Yep.
And Becky gave... I think this goes to Becky, though. Becky gave the fans the
voice?
I guess, like to say, hey, so if we really dig something, it really matters. And the crowds have been livelier since.
Yeah.
That, I mean, as much as people crapped on what city was it last week that they were in, that they were like, ew, this is garbage. Lafayette.
Yeah, Lafayette.
How good were the crowds this week?
Very good.
They gave them some reason to pop, and you know what? Maybe those things popped a bit more because the crowds were into it. Feeds off of one another. It's fantastic.
Ellie says we need to plan a show trip, guys. WWE Indies, let's go. I do want to go to some wrestling shows.
I gotta tell you, man. We're not gonna have like any shows come through here.
I know, right?
We
lost. We I meant to talk about this last week actually because Ellie brought it up. We lost the Richmond Coliseum.
What?
Yeah, they closed it. They're destroying it and rebuilding it. Ellie said last week because the mayor wants to build something bigger that could host something like a Mania.
Well, I mean, that's a tall order.
I know.
But, I mean, something like I'm okay with.
God, if they could draw a Mania. I don't see why they couldn't draw a Mania to Richmond.
Richmond, because
It's off 95, so here we
not-
could never host a Mania here
I'm
ever.
like location. Not no. I think it's too tight. You got 95 and 64 going into it. 95 goes through it, but it's your one way in and out. That's why Dallas is like perfect. But part of the Mania build is we're building around a big city. It can't take place in a medium-sized city. It has to be big. That being said, Richmond was capable of holding a third-tierish network searchable for Justin and Matt pay-per-view. And that's okay. I liked Richmond Coliseum, though. I like that it went almost straight up on the sides, so you could sit up high and it's not bad.
Yeah.
Except for where we were sitting way in the corner. That one was kind of like, but you had fun anyway, and that made everybody else have fun.
I always do.
Oh, boo, boo! I don't like him. He's a bad guy. Jerk.
God, I need to go to some shows, but it appears there's no live events coming through here,
I know, right?
which is weird because by now we
Like
would've
my
seen-
schedule has finally settled in to Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays off. That's awesome. Like, guess what? I can go to a Raw and or SmackDown. If it happened to be in, like, I don't know, Richmond. Guess what isn't there anymore?
Yeah.
Richmond.
I mean, there's still the Coliseum and the Scope, which they come to.
I haven't been to Scope in a long time.
We haven't had a Raw or SmackDown in a while. It's just been the live events.
I'm okay with a live event.
I'm way okay with a live event,
I've had more fun at live
especially
events.
a Raw live event. I'd love to have a Raw live event.
Ew.
Huh?
Sorry, I'm putting my own gross on top of it. Hold on, I'll do the dance.
That's on you, man.
I know, I'm safe. What?
Hashtag commitment. She's gorgeous. She is absolutely adorable.
You know what we need? I'll work on that.
I just want to
I'll talk to you later about that.
say, hey,
Hmm?
how you doing, girl?
What? What'd you call me?
You know, hang out.
All right, what are we doing now?
You can stay up till like 3 and just talk.
Okay, well, I gotta
I'll
be
find
working
out
at
questions.
6, so.
You know, ask you questions about stuff.
What are you gonna ask me about?
Not you. Live.
Oh,
Just, you know, stay up and talk. Maybe, you know, about anything, everything that's on our mind.
maybe use the air fryer.
Maybe use the air fryer.
Fire up the air fryer. Why do I know more about her personal life? Because of weird stuff she's retweeted from you.
I'm just saying we can
Maybe
make
make
those
a
waffle sandwiches.
chicken and waffle sandwich.
Yeah, be
Sandwich?
fun. Yeah, sandwich. A sando.
Ugh. Sounds like a problem.
Roanoke is doing a live event during the summer. Someone get my ticket and I'll pay you back. Maybe.
When's summer?
I'm actually trying to convince my wife to go to see Ziggles comedy
Oh, hey.
because that's March 28th,
What day of the week is that?
Thursday. Comedy shows are like an hour,
Yeah, I know, but they're also like late.
8 o'clock.
So late.
You realize it's almost 11.
Oh my God, it got so late.
Let me ask you something.
Okay.
What's too far?
Yeah, you want to go into it?
I mean, it's a good way to close out the show. What's too far?
Okay.
So let me ask you this. If someone were to say, I don't know, announce that they had cancer, right?
Okay.
And then come back.
Hey, best of luck to them. I really hope that they. It's going to be a hell of a battle, and I wish you the best.
Absolutely.
Heartfelt and good guy, bad guy doesn't matter.
Were they
good job.
Were they to come back 5 months later?
Mm-hmm.
Would you question whether? And they said they were in remission. Would you question whether that was real or not? Because that's what happened.
It happened a lot. I got to tell you, this proves there are dumb people in the internet. Look,
It feels gross seeing that many people think that this is a work.
hey, let them think it. That's where I'm at with it. As long as you don't force them to think it, or you're not tricking them into thinking it. If they want to think it, let them think it. People are going to do what they want to do. People are going to be ghouls on the internet. Let them go be ghouls on the internet. Hey. if it's
Oh, yeah,
on
by the
them,
way, I think I'm gonna get one of those gimmicks that we had at Matt's.
you just want the thing to pull up the thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. It was like you need a little drop in the back where she just pops up.
Mm-hmm.
Ting 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 ting. Tagged up. Okay. There were people that were complaining about because they announced that Roman Reigns was going to have an announcement on Monday, talking about his treatment, and they were like, "Hey, man, if this happened in any other sport, any other form of entertainment, if you were glorifying and like announcing an announcement, and basically trotting out the cancer patient." I almost called him the panzer-cation. But trotting out the cancer patient for a little bit of sympathy to fill up a segment, that's some foul, dirty stuff.
Yeah.
That being said, this is wrestling. So in a weird way, it was like, I was like, oh, okay, so on Monday we're going to get some sort of announcement. That's cool.
Let me ask you this. So what happens is, this will be two things.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was Roman shows up and says he's in remission.
Right.
This is a feel-good segment, and then
Yeah.
says he's back.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be worse if he was the cancer patient, comes out kind of sickly, and they work it into an angle? Like, to try to help move Seth along. Like he gets attacked by Brock or something.
Like Roman, the cancer patient, gets attacked by Brock?
Yeah, like Joe. Not because that was Joe in the ring on Monday.
Yeah, that would be
Way worse, yeah?
that would be pretty bad.
What happened on Monday was fine, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
It felt good. It was Joe, the guy behind Roman, out there in the ring. That being said, two friends who shall remain nameless because I think one may listen. I ain't mad at you. I understand the sentiment.
Uh-huh. I do too, because if you believe that, I understand being pissed, or I understand being upset.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Said something along the lines of, I'm tired of the character. I don't want to see it. We didn't get Rome. That was Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the return later on where he comes into the ring, that's Roman. But we had Joe there in the ring. So I can't be mad at the character yet because the character hasn't really returned. He just said the big dog's back. So next week when he comes out and suffering succotash or whatever he does,
He's gonna be suffering succotash. I think he showed that he can be enjoyed if he's just him.
if he can bring Joe to Roman, then yes, and then that is a character change.
It is.
So we can't say my point being we haven't seen Roman yet. We've still only, other than the little bit of action we saw at the end of the show or whenever that Ambrose segment was. Now, what if it was a work and he never had cancer? What if it was? Is that too far?
Yes.
Agreed.
Now I hate to say that because this is one thing of as far as entertainment, specifically entertainment goes, not necessarily even wrestling, but as entertainment. I enjoy comedy. I enjoy comedy that pushes envelopes. I enjoy comedy that crosses lines, and it's part of it. I like seeing people expand the realm of what is acceptable. I like seeing stuff that is objectionable. I want to expose myself to it. I want to be able to enjoy it. As a result, I try not to have a visceral reaction to something when it's awry, because I sit back and go, "Wow, that was different." My gut reaction would have to come to the forefront and say, "Yeah, that's too far." And no, I don't think anybody would do that. And anybody that would do that, kind of a monster. And if it was going to happen anywhere, it would happen in wrestling. That being said, please don't.
Yeah, please don't.
It's so far afield that I have to unanimously say, I've reached consensus with myself that nah, man, no, that can't be. It can't be a work. That being said, I like getting got. Don't get me with this one, man.
Yeah. Well, what's the advantage? Because everybody's saying it's just to get Roman cheered. Really? I don't.
That being said, that's also a point of wrestling. Now, you might think it's dastardly, kind of awful, kind of sick, kind of opportunistic. that's what wrestling kind of has to be sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Anvil dies a little bit back. Hey, let's get a nice little bump and some sympathy angle for Natty.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's kind of what the Anvil would have wanted because, hey, how can we make some money off of this? How can we get some notoriety? How can we build off this? Keep my name up and out there. And I got a feeling he would have been all for that. I can't speak for the man, of course. And in private life, we may differ. That being said, I don't know if you mess with cancer, dude.
Nah. Well, especially as closely as they've worked with
The Susan G. Roman Foundation.
Yeah.
It's
Common,
best.
But yes,
Roman. Susan G. Roman.
of course.
Clearly. He fought her for the shirt.
Um,
The pink dog. Sorry. I don't want to make jokes, but that's all I did on Monday.
I just don't think. I just don't see the advantage of it being a work. Now,
Because if it is, and there's any possibility of it being, you have garnered the ire of lots of people.
right. So
Enough to be.
then it didn't work at all.
Yeah. I mean,
So that's why I don't think it's a work, because it wouldn't work.
I mean, it's like, hey, NFL has these great, amazing players. Yeah, but they're a piece of garbage in real life. That turned you off of NFL, right?
Yeah.
This could be enough to like turn me off of it. It's like I wouldn't. Anybody that participated in that, I don't know that I don't want to see it. It could turn me off of wrestling completely at that point.
Possibly.
That being said, I love so many of the people in it, and I love the weird carny aspect of it, and I love getting got. Please don't do it on this one. And I think that's too far from you. Too far have they strayed from God's love.
Yeah.
Please, reins it back in just a little bit, eh?
So I think this goes to the further point, and actually, I was talking about it with Jenny downstairs before we came up here.
Who?
Am I not supposed to be saying this?
I don't care. Oh, please do.
But I think the bigger point that this proves is, unfortunately, he wasn't gone long enough, and that was the thing I thought. I was like,
Man, that's quick.
if this could, and okay, and so like, I had to look into it. I had to see if this was even possible, because that's what everybody's saying is it's impossible. He still has his hair. He's
Oh my God! Yeah, there was a Twitter account. One of the I don't remember. It was.
Leukemia UK.
Thank you. I'm glad you had
Because
that.
I found that Twitter. That was one of the things.
And they had a very like live during the shows, like had a very informative, like, hey, what are your misconceptions? What are your concerns? What are your questions? We'd like to answer it,
Yeah.
and we're gonna weirdly do it in kind of character, but it's gonna be smart and smarmy and honest, and we're gonna answer your questions as best we can, so we can use this as an opportunity to educate.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have to lose 70 pounds in all of his hair in order to undergo treatment. And there are various different types of leukemia. There are various different types of cancers. They can be treated in different ways, and depending on when you catch it, vastly changes how you treat it. So I imagine WWE at this point has a very comprehensive health screening program.
Yeah.
Go figs.
Yeah.
Huh?
But I found that Twitter thread.
That was fantastic, by the way.
And then I found they had recommended a dude, like in one of the first tweets in the thread, and he had written a blog. So I read his blog.
Yeah.
And he was talking about his battle with leukemia, how he was taking a pill, and he's just a dude like us. And he lives a pretty normal life. I mean, he still has to take his pill, and it is what it is. And he still has to go get screened and whatnot. But a dude like Roman who's fit, like, it's chances are his body is going to be able to fight it off a lot better.
He's in peak physical condition. So yeah, he'd be the most well suited to combat it.
Yeah.
And it looks like he has. Now, as far as timing is something that cancer doesn't necessarily control at this point.
Right.
They could have let him sit back, not mention it, let it be a thing that sits on the back burner. Let him take some time, which is something that wrestlers don't get a lot of.
And clearly Roman needs it. I mean, I should say we need it as viewers.
It's
Some time
to
away
kind
from
of
him.
rehab the character and make you care. You've got a built-in care, big giant care package. Now, how far do we stretch it? How much can we get out of it? 4-5 months. That's a really short time to be going. Like we were talking about it last night. It's like, damn, how long was Owens out? He was out forever. They had the double knee surgery.
Early October for they were around the same time.
Yeah, but
Owens was early October. Reigns was like the 22nd of October.
But somebody tears out an ACL. How long are they gone? 6 months? 9 months? Long time.
Rollins was out 9 months, I think, when
Balor tears his the abs that he has way up here. And how long was he out? Long ass time.
6-9 months. Yeah.
Hideo Itami completely kills an entire build for him.
Yeah. That was his shoulder, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's.
But then he had another one like shortly after.
I know, right?
So.
And that's how debilitating it can be. And it can derail you, or it can give you just enough time to repackage and make people interested in you coming back. 4 or 5 months was a quick turnaround for Roman, man. That being said, I was very happy that he got a very unanimously positive reaction.
Oh, jeez, it's already 59.
I wonder how long they can maintain that, and I hope that they can. You know they're going to try to maintain that.
Yeah.
They want Roman to be the face. They want him to be the face of the company.
Yeah.
That being said, hey, you ready? All right, come on back, because so we can wedge you into Mania somehow. That makes me sad.
Yeah, but the thing is, if they hold him off till Mania instead and make him a Mania appearance,
make that his announcement at Mania.
Well, he can make the announcement at Raw, the Raw before, and then I'm gonna be at Mania, and shoot, he can just have some. There's got to be somebody disposable. Remember when Rock killed Rowan a couple years ago? I'm sure there's somebody on the roster somewhere, even if it's Hawkins. Roman has a match with Hawkins.
He's so excited for Hawkins,
right? I mean, it's not amazing, but I think you get desired result.
I mean, okay with that being a huge announcement, the Raw after Mania.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a rough, busy week. Oh, I can't believe we're so close to Mania.
I know, right?
Or hell, man, how long till the next Rumble? Take that time, completely rehab yourself.
I mean,
surprise entrant. That'd be amazing.
I get it.
Too long, mind you.
Raw clearly is lacking the star power that Roman brings.
I will say though, a half-ass kind of Shield reunion without them being the Shield, with maybe Ambrose half on this side. Finally, a decent foil to Lashley, McIntyre, and the other one, Corbin.
They brought in Elias this week too. I don't know
right.
if that's by the way, loved that at the beginning. What about Dirty Deeds? Do you know how to play that? Yeah. Of course I do. Let me just go over here for a second. Dirty Deeds. Bam. That's fun.
This
I
weird
love this
I'll
Ambrose.
attack any. Yeah.
This
It's almost
is
like
fun.
he doesn't care and he's aloof.
Yeah.
Hey, exactly what we've been wanting.
Yep.
Mm.
Oh my god.
If it was a work, that's the most monstrous thing that has ever been done, and everybody should be vilified completely.
Well, again, I mean, unless the idea is to get Roman booed, why would it be a work?
I can't imagine that it was.
Everybody's thought
I
is
refuse
to
to
get
believe.
Everybody's thought is to get him cheered, but if it comes out as a work, then he's not going to get cheered. He's going to get booed. You faked having cancer. There's no way he gets cheered if it comes out that he faked. There's no way.
Yeah. There's no way you get to show yourself in public.
No.
People are go back in a hole. Beat it. Nah.
But, I mean, it just shows the underlying that people are willing to believe that just because they don't want to see Roman back.
Okay, man.
It is what it is.
Hey, if that marginalizes the haters a little bit, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. All right. Man, we've breezed through 2 hours with nothing.
You know what?
Yet again.
You know what? I kind of want to hold on to that topic a little bit. Faking cancer would be a little too far afield.
So maybe next week we'll do
what else
what's
is-
way over the top.
What's too far?
What's too far? Because initially that was going to be the lead.
I know.
It's my fault. I led with Impact instead.
I wanted to know about Impact.
Yeah.
And I feel more informed. Thank you.
So how about this? A little bit of a release Friday. A Black Friday, as it were.
Ooh.
Well, so Dillinger had asked for his release.
Dillinger, I'd like a release. Here you go.
Couple
Who
days
else?
later, and clearly he's going AEW. I hate but it was almost exactly 90 days before Double or Nothing.
Okay. And then Hideo Itami, I would like my release.
Took him a couple weeks.
Here you go. Here's your release.
Yeah.
TJ Perkins. Here you go.
He was unhappy though. Like he had been unhappy.
Everybody formulating stuff too. He got those tattoos, so that made everybody mad in management. And he's kind of refuted that. But that being said, look at the reaction Hideo Itami got, which is like, "Oh, we love you, we
Yeah.
miss you, best of luck and stuff." And TJ Perkins leaves and is like, "Cool." And then Arn Anderson.
And then Arn Anderson. I mean, reading stuff, I guess he got in an argument with Vince. I don't know if that's true.
But the stories I was reading, then he was constantly kind of back and forth with Vince, siding on the side of talent as opposed to being taken from management and shoveling it into talent, being like, "No, this is why it's great. Do it." Just siding on the side of talent, being like, "No, this is garbage. Give us something better." And he was kind of seen as personal booker almost.
Yeah.
And without Cena there, all of a sudden Vince doesn't tolerate that as much. And sorry. So there's your weird. I think that's what you build him at. I think we listed those releases. You're like, that's
Very weird 4 Horsemen.
it's very weird. Who's the enforcer?
Arn.
Oh, of course. That makes sense.
I would buy that faction though.
No, nah, man. Because Dillinger would be like, "Oh, it's the 10 Horsemen. There's 4 of us, idiot."
10.
Hideo Itami, I'm sorry, Kenta. Kenta speaks perfect. He speaks English just fine. He's like, just refuses to. It's like, oh, man, no.
Which, by the way, we asked this last week before the official release. Dillinger will be wrestling. Ronnie will be wrestling as Shawn Spears.
Okay.
He's already put it up as his thing.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll incorporate Perfect 10 into that somehow. So, again, it's one of the happiest, saddest things I'd seen when he asked for his release was because it's like, man, that bums me out.
I heard somebody saying the best way for him to go out would be the DX induction. One more kick to stand.
Yeah.
Would be great.
Would be great.
Damn,
Too
he
late
threw
now.
he threw them papers so good.
Yeah.
Whoosh. You got one more thing?
Okay.
We didn't even mention it. Batista.
Oh my God!
Batista.
It was in our gimmick. I'm fired up for it. I was so happy to see that.
I liked seeing him drag the camera.
Yes.
And he murdered a 7-year-old man.
Yes. Did you see Joey Ryan's tweet?
No.
So WWE puts out, hey, Batista showed up. Actually, I'm sorry. It was one of the Dirts put up, "This was awesome." And Joey Ryan retweets it with, "So beating elderly abuse is cool, but intergender wrestling isn't?" Choice. People are funny. Fickle, as Daniel Bryan puts it. People are fickle.
Fickle in his leather chair.
But
Wrestling rules.
this was
the
a
best.
this was a wonderful segment because I didn't see it coming. Not only did I not see Batista coming, I didn't see the they presented it as like this is actually going to be the birthday thing because usually it would have gotten foiled way earlier.
You know what's amazing? Nobody went through that cake.
Nobody went through the cake. Well, and that's usually what you wouldn't have seen Ricky the Dragon coming out. Like they got all those guys out there and the big cell, everybody's up on the. It looked like if anything was going to happen, it'd be when Ric Flair comes to the ring. Nope. Swerved.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. And then it was
The blue glasses, the blue nose ring.
It was Batista, and he was intense, and it was continuation.
I learned how to act.
It was
Wow.
continuation from SmackDown 1000 when he was like, "Man, Ric Flair is great. This guy's cool. Triple H, Hunter, man, he rules. He's done everything in this business except beat me."
Awkward. Wow, I hope this doesn't come up again. Came up again.
Came up again. Do I have your attention now, Hunter? Yes. And this is a perfect use of
This is spectacle, baby.
this is spectacle. This
Yeah.
this can go somewhere in the middle of the card. It'll be a fun match. It's Triple H as a babyface for once, which will be interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Rides
Batista
this ring on a
looking
moped.
intense. And so Batista was supposed to be a babyface last time, but there was no way with Dana Bryan.
Come on.
This time, bring him in as a bad guy. Just fire it up.
So good.
And it was wonderful. And it was a great end to Raw. It was spectacle.
I'm very
It's gonna
excited.
be spectacle.
I'm very excited to see he's going to be a bad dude, but still famous.
Mhm.
That's been one of those things. Oh, I'm famous. I got to be a good guy.
Yeah, I know.
Famous because good guys are famous. You can't be famous if you're a bad guy. No. Batista's too
right?
good.
That's exactly what I thought, Ellie. I thought the man was going to come and interrupt the Flair ceremony. But she showed up early.
Hmm?
She showed up early and got arrested. Which, have you seen that?
Jesus Christ.
The shirt?
Yeah.
The WWE shop was like, hey, would anybody want this on a shirt?
Yeah.
Which Becky retweets, yeah, me. So I can pay to get out. Well, bail money. She said, I paid my own bail, but like it'd be nice to have that back.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Vince, reimburse me for that. Oh my God, 11:09.
We
Nathan,
gotta go. We got.
the hell?
They're telling us we gotta go.
They really are.
That is so. Come on. All right. Hey. I know what that music means.
Mm-hmm.
And then AJ Styles still doesn't have like a Mania match showing up. Orton, it's gonna be a fun build. Great.
That'll be fun, and it'll be a great match. Orton always delivers, and so does Styles.
I think we don't have nothing for next week. Oh, we got so much. Can't wait to watch Impact on Friday. It's gonna be
You
great.
better. I swear to God, if I watch Impact and find out you didn't,
I'm gonna trick you into watching it. Oh my God, it's gonna be great.
be so
I'm
mad.
so excited. I'm gonna sit here and read a book.
I will quit.
I'm gonna read it. No, okay, I'll watch this thing. Hey, everybody, with hashtag WrestlePals. We're gonna keep the cell short this week because I gotta go to bed. If you like us, like what we do, money is cool. Wow, that was a little ham-handed, wasn't it? Okay, I'll try a more subtle approach. Hey, we appreciate your support. Patreon.com/ohhijustin. That's
Give me that
OHHI
Undertaker money, and we will have Undertaker on the show.
OHHI Justin. $1 a month gets you WrestlePals, it gets you Deprogrammed, the finest show on the internet, which I'm making my dramatic return to. I'm so excited.
Next week, yep.
Yeah.
Coheed.
Oh, you don't say. Well, you did.
I did.
Also, the home of your music show, the Oh Hi Justin Pod, These Ghouls demos. There's more.
Super Secret Pod coming.
More than you'd ever think possible. This man is doing every damn
Maybe I
day.
should raise my price. Maybe the problem is at the dollar. And everybody's like, oh, it must not be worth nothing.
No, throw that $1 in there. Get a taste. Take a taste for a month, and you'll be addicted. You won't be able to stop. It'll be great.
I can't.
Get in there. Oh Hi Justin. Patreon.com/Oh Hi Justin. Now, if you like WrestlePals, Facebook page, Facebook.com/WrestlePalsVA. Go there. We appreciate the interactive chat. You guys have been more and more into it every week, and hey, man, help steer the show.
Appreciate it.
Tell us what you want to talk about, and we're happy to bounce off of you. It's fun stuff. Come and play with Justin, I guess.
What?
You want the back catalog of video stuff? YouTube. Search for, spell it out, hashtag WrestlePals. You get the entire video back catalog. If you don't want to look at our ugly mugs, perfectly understandable. Go check out the pods available on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, all the places you get pods. Search for hashtag WrestlePals. Now,
Thank you, Adam.
if you want to get in touch with us individually, not hard to do, for Justin anyway, at the Hulkster on Twitter. He appreciate if you can't throw a buck his way. Hey man, a little bit of participation means a hell of a lot too. At the Hulkster, that's
Gotta
legit.
get these ghouls songs into Liv's ears.
Hashtag you the best. Get in on that action. Makes you feel good every damn day. No matter how much you try to fight it, he's gonna get at you. He's gonna feel all right. Now, if you want to get in touch with me, you're gonna have to get into an accident in the city of.
Or get a raccoon sick.
Hello, help the raccoon. He's for nobody, for legit nobody. At the Nate Project on Twitter. I see the notifications. It makes me very uncomfortable. If you'd like to ruin my day, please do so, because I like the weirdness. I don't know what it's not. It's not masochistic. It's something different. Cough in the mic. Here we go.
Beautiful, baby.
I gotta go to bed, Justin.
Okay.
can't wait to watch Impact with you. It's gonna be great.
Swear to God.
God damn hashtag WrestlePals. I lost my keys and my little doggy's bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. But he a mean dog, bit me in the spare rib. And I'm take him home, put him in the baby crib. Yeah, I don't know the words, AJ Styles. You know what you are? You're phenomenal. Phenomenal.